and right about now.
Kama unisho tula Yesu basi kuda wacha story. Kama unisho tula kuda wacha story. Kama unisho tula blessing basi kuda wacha story. Kama unisho tula kuda wacha story. Kuda wacha story. Kuda wacha story. Kuda wacha story. Longo, yeah. Mamchezo ka longo, yeah. Kabla kufungua mdomo, yeah. Tubonge papizi udongo, yeah. Kila kitu tuna sese, tusibongeza wa sese. Tuachane na mapepe, labda kusifuna kupepe. Let's talk peace, let's talk love, things that matter. Let's talk God, let's talk blessings. Wacha goodness. Kama unisho tula Yesu basi kuda wacha story. Kama unisho tula kuda wacha story. Kama unisho tula blessings basi kuda wacha story. Kama unisho tula kuda wacha story. 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 Maneno yanajenga na kubomoa. Maneno yanapoteza na kuokoa. Maneno kabla ya kuchomoa. Heri unyamaze, ama buda wekohoa. Bonga blessings, bonga blessings. Bonga blessings, bonga blessings. Let's talk peace, let's talk love, things that matter. Let's talk God, let's talk blessings. Wacha goodness. Kama unisho tula Yesu basi kuda wacha story. Kama unisho tula kuda wacha story. Kama unisho tula blessing basi kuda wacha story. Kama unisho tula kuda wacha story.
What's up, beautiful people? How are you doing? How is your evening? My name is Ayeta Naomi Akinyi, and guys, let me take this opportunity to welcome you to Talanta MKU. You know how we do it, ladies and gentlemen, each and every Friday from 6:45 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Welcome, lovely people. And today, with me in the building, we have one of the most amazing women I know, one of the most beautiful and compassionate people I have ever met. Madam Florence Mwongera is in the building. Welcome, Florence.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I think it's on.
Okay, thank you. Naomi.
Thank you for coming to our show. So you can introduce yourself, tell people who you are. Who is Florence?
Thank you, good people, good evening.
Florence, I'm so sorry about that. Guys, najua leo mnashangaa mbona tumekuja directly into the interview segment. Mbona tujakuwa na hype set. But like, guys, nakwambia, today, ata tukwa na hiyo time ya kukuwa na hype set. The insights that our guest has today, we just had to come right into it. Your mic.
1, 2, 1, 2.
As I was saying, lovely people, we just had to come like right into it. We have conversations with Florence, get to know her. What we're talking about today is mental health. And guys, do not forget, in the comment section, tell us, interact with us, ask questions, and all of them will be responded to. Sawa sawa. So, unaweza tuambia, what do you feel mental health is? What does it mean to you? If there's anything you'd like to be addressed, we will be more than glad to respond to your questions. And guys, do not also forget, Mr. Addison will be coming with the entertainment segment. Sure, ishi hapa like you know. Juu tumekosa kuwapea hype set doesn't mean that hakutakuwa na entertainment segment. We have an amazing, amazing, amazing artist in the building today. And I want it to be a surprise, guys. Hata sitawaambia ni nani anakuja. Like, it is going to be amazing, 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 more than amazing. Like, do not go anywhere. Today we have very insightful conversations, things, you know, zenye zina to affect as youths, things that we can relate to, and we have a professional in the building to tell us and to have these conversations with us, to let us, you know, get a deeper understanding of this topic, mental health. Now, guys, Florence, an introduction. Let's swap mic.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening again. And my name is Florence Mwongera. I'm excited to be here. And it is always a pleasure and an honor for me to come and talk about matters mental health, because this is my passion. This is my heartbeat. This is where my life resonates around. And I'm excited to be here, Naomi. I am actually, yes, I am a student in counseling psychology. I'm a finalist, yes, almost there, and I thank God. I'm also a mother, yes, and it's a beautiful thing when I interact with youth, because they are part of my population, they are part of my family. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Who is Florence? What is Florence passionate about apart from mental health? What does Florence do? Like, take us through who Florence is.
Okay. So Florence is a Kenyan who loves life. I love being happy. I love to make people happy. I love to see people, you know, around me happy. I am one person who believes in at least making change, even if it is one too many. Yeah. I believe in creating an impact that can change a person's perspective towards life. And, you know, someone changing their mindset and actually beginning to think differently. This is my heartbeat. Besides being in school, I do mentorship programs outside Mount Kenya University. Like yesterday, we were in Murang'a County, Mathioya constituency. We were in a school called Kamune Secondary School, where we had gone to motivate students who are sitting for their KCSE. And it's always an honor and it's an amazing thing that I do with a lot of passion, because this is something I love. So this is a school I have interacted with much earlier in life. And when I'm not really, sorry, not much earlier in life, but earlier this year. And I realized their mean grade was a bit low, and I continued to encourage them. And yes, yesterday, thanks to Mount Kenya University also, I got a lot of support from Mount Kenya University, where I was given pens and a success card for every candidate. And I was also there with the marketing team, and it was an amazing thing. This is something that has not happened in that school before. Yes. Yes.
So, talking about Mount Kenya University, how does it feel being a student of Mount Kenya University? Mount Kenya, how does it feel being in Mount Kenya?
Mount Kenya University is about unlocking infinite possibilities. This is an institution where you come and you are unlocked, honestly. Yes, you interact with Mount Kenya University on these streets of MKU, and your life can never be the same again. So even for those who are looking out for a university to come to, please look no further. You have Mount Kenya University. We got you sorted. Yes, for anything and everything that you would want to do. So I'm excited to be actually a mature student. Yeah. I normally make jokes with my classmates and I tell them, anytime we have a class, if you went to a certain room where you thought our class is and you didn't find me because I've become like a landmark, then you know you're in the wrong room. Even yes, you're lost, definitely. If Florence is not there, then you're lost. And I'm excited. I started here, not too sure whether this is a journey I wanted to take, but oops, when I look back, that was just one of the best decisions I've ever made in life. Yes, I'm happy.
Now, you are here to talk about mental just mental health in general? When you think about the term mental health, what does it mean to you?
Wow. For me, mental health. Mental health is everything about a human being. In fact, minus mental health, a human being will just be walking like, a walking zombie.
Yeah.
There is a lot that is into the mental health or mental wellness that actually makes a human being to be who they are. Just to say something about, or maybe you will take me there when, otherwise, the mind, the a human being is both is a physical. I remember someone was trying to define who a human being is, and they say we are a spirit, we live in a body, and we have a soul. So that soul is the mind. So without that mind being healthy, probably some of us may have had a patient in hospital and who went into a coma or they became unconscious. It means then the brain stopped functioning. So that person is not dead, but they are just there. They will not know when they are hungry. They will not even know when they need to ease themselves. So you'll find a human being grown up but in pampers, because the brain has stopped functioning. That prompting of when they need to ease themselves, when they need to eat, is no longer there. So you can imagine what it entails to be mentally healthy. Just today, earlier today, we were at Mathari Teaching and Referral Hospital. And you see people there, of course, grown up with beards and everything. People who have every good structure that one would be looking for. But because they are mentally ill, or they have a mental disorder or a mental challenge, then a person is locked somewhere like a cow. Restrained somewhere where they should not even live. So you can imagine what it means for someone to be mentally healthy. Yes.
Now, mental health and students, how does it relate? How important is it for a student to be mentally healthy? Now that we're in a university and we interact with a lot of students, how important is mental health to students?
Well, mental wellness and healthy is actually everything that a student needs, because you can actually study and become even a professor, but finally we might find you under behind that structure in Mathari Hospital or any other hospital, or where someone becomes absolutely unfunctional. Even with the degrees and even with the money, you become unfunctional. So it is important for students to be mentally healthy, and therefore for that student to actually get to meet their purpose in life, get to finish their university and become someone relevant in the society, they need to be mentally healthy. Yes.
So what are some of the challenges, some of the mental-related challenges that people often go through in life?
Some of the most common are stress. And stress is something common. It is something that we interact with every day. Stress is not necessarily being without money. Stress is not necessarily suffering a heartbreak, because when we go through some of these challenges, we all don't interpret them the same way. So stress is how sometimes we also interpret the challenges that we go through. So stress is one of them. There is, of course, when youth also get into drugs and substances of abuse, this is another challenge to mental health, because drugs and substances of abuse really deal quite a way with mental health, because of course they make us have we become dysfunctional. We can become to think, we can start thinking irrationally. We can have impaired judgment because of the drugs and all these effects. So there is drugs and substances of abuse. Then of course there is economical challenges, financial challenges, especially at a time like now when every Kenyan is talking about how the economy is really dealing with everybody. Well, maybe quote unquote,
Even
apart
a
from those.
15-year-old is talking about how bad the economy is.
Oh,
that is
yeah.
how bad things are.
Yes, because they can feel the effect.
Yeah.
What they could get easily from the parents, they're even seeing the parents struggle.
True,
Yes,
true.
so there are those financial challenges. Of course, students may also suffer loneliness. Students may also suffer, because actually you can be in a very crowded place, but you are alone.
True,
You are
true.
so lonely. Not actually alone, but you are so lonely, even amidst many people. Other challenges could also be emanating from home. We have families where that are not functional today. We have families that have disintegrated because of maybe divorce and separation. Other students could also be coming from parents who are bereaved, you know. And all these things, zinachangia, or they actually they can be a challenge to our mental health.
On that point of families, Florence, most children do not understand how bad things get between their parents. For it to get to a point where now the parents are separating and it's a divorce, do you feel like before parents actually get to the divorce, should they have the kids in mind and, you know, just try to sort things out even if it's not working out, and just think about the kids? Because most of these kids you find right here, out here, they're like, I'm like this because my parents separated. So would you advise parents to just stick together even if things are not working for the sake of the kids?
Wow, it's that is quite something. I think I wouldn't advocate probably for parents sticking together when things are not working. But I see, a lot of good that happens, especially in America and probably some of the first world countries, whereby if things are not working between the parents, they get to appreciate that, hey, this is me and you. We started life and life is no longer lifing.
Yeah.
So, but even as we part ways, we need to consider that we have children here. So you find where parents even sit down and discuss with the children and actually tell children, I and your father are going separate ways.
True.
And therefore, even as we are going separate ways, this is your mommy, this is your dad, nothing changes, but we can still keep allowing the children at least to see every parent in a healthy way. And where children are meant to be, like, this is what we call actually effective parenting. So it does not, effective parenting is not minus challenges. It is with the challenges, yes, but we still take care of the children knowing they are not part of the problem.
True.
We are the people who are having challenges, but our children are well taken care of.
Yeah.
So there is enough time for mommy, there is enough time for daddy, there is no hakuna mvutano, you understand?
Yeah.
There is no calling names.
Yeah.
There is no defaming of one parent against the other.
Painting one parent.
Yes,
bad in front of
let's
the
not
kid.
paint, your ex black
Yeah.
or your baby mama black. No. This is not, you know what, one thing I've discovered about marriage, you don't tell your partner, your children how their father is bad, and yet their father was your choice.
True.
So literally, you're the one who is telling them that I had a bad choice.
Yeah.
Come on. So let's take responsibility. So if I am the one who feels I made a bad choice, I should actually apologize to the children that I made a bad choice for you. So, but when I paint him black, what am I telling the children? Is it their choice?
No, it's not.
It was my choice for them.
Yes.
So let me not paint him black before the children. Let them understand things are not working between me and him, and therefore we can still, I and him can be mature enough to be able to take good care of the children even after we. Exactly.
Amazing.
But it does not mean that we should walk separate ways. There are marriages whereby people can intervene, and probably you go for therapy, and both partners are willing to work it out. They can work, so you can still stick together. But
should be the last lender of resort.
Yes.
True. Okay. So now that we have,
And I'm also saying this as a Christian, deeply Christian, yes. But again, you don't die in the marriage, please, because you're a Christian. Don't. Yes.
Amazing. So now that we have identified the common challenges, mental health challenges, now you have identified I'm going through stress, or I am now an addict.
Sorry to also mention that academic stress is also real.
True.
Yes, academic stress is also real, so this is not something that can be negated. And therefore, students also need to know how to navigate through.
Yeah, because sometimes you wonder, I am studying, but why is it not reflecting in my grades? And you wonder, am I dumb? Am I the problem? And people don't often know how to deal with that.
Yes.
So I was saying, you have identified, you have a problem, probably it's stress that is bothering me, or I have academic stress, or I'm an addict. How do you now deal with how do you cope with mental health issues, or how do you cope with all these issues, all these problems?
There are levels of these challenges. When you actually realize that you're beginning to take a turn to the wrong direction, kindly seek help.
Yeah.
You can reach out to a friend. You can reach out to even an older person. Like in my MKU, we have counseling services that are being done here for free. Take advantage of those facilities. Please go seek for help. But even before you go to such, we have also peer counselors in the university.
Around.
You can talk to a friend. You can tell them, actually, I don't like the way lately I am doing things. I don't like the way lately I am just getting bored. You know, you can talk to someone, and you may also realize there is something they have ever also gone through that could be similar. And through the way or the strategies they use to cope, you can also cope.
Yeah.
One of the disclaimer that I should put is, please do not cope in a maladaptive way. And maladaptive, it's, of course, mal is something bad. So do not adapt to something that is bad in coping with your stress or with the stress. Not your stress. Don't own it, but the stress.
Yeah.
Because some people will now go into drinking. Some people will go into wrong relationships.
Yeah.
Some people will, withdraw and isolate themselves. Before you know it, tunatafuta comrade hapatikani, you know, a phone call is being made nyumbani, hapatikani. Before we find out, things are a bit not
escalated.
They are a bit too ugly.
Yeah.
So please don't allow yourself to get there. Seek help, reach out. And especially for men, let me address the boy child.
Yeah.
Kindly don't keep quiet. Speaking out is not weakness.
True.
Just to mention something that is also, really captured my mind today at Mathari Hospital. Out of the 9 wards we have in Mathari Hospital, 3 are for female, 6
are for men.
So you can imagine how many of the males we have, battling mental health issues or disorders or challenges as compared to their female counterpart.
It means a lot of men are actually going through mental health, and they don't actually seek help until it has gone out, things have gotten out of hand, and now they find themselves in a mental facility. So like Florence has said, it's not weakness for men. Kindly look into, which is your camera? That's your camera.
That's my camera.
Look into that camera and actually reach out to men and ask them to speak out.
Yes, my brothers, my fathers, my sons, I would say that when you speak out, it is not weakness. And let me say that actually the boy child has been dealt with in a bad way by the culture.
Yeah.
Where people, boy child has been brought up being told, man up, don't cry. Usilie kwani we ni msichana. And this one has dealt a lot with the boy child, making them feel like they should not talk when they are challenged. They should not be emotional.
Yeah.
Usilie. And that is why you find even people making fun and saying, when a man cries, he swallows his tears. There are no tears that are swallowed. Tears are supposed to come out. So kindly, if you're battling something, do not keep quiet. Reach out. Speaking is not weakness. They would rather think that you're weak, but you'll be helping yourself. I was talking to someone on Saturday. We had a walk, a hike at Ngong Hills, where in support of children with dyslexia. And I remember interacting a lot with one man who told me that when he went through something, because he shared with a friend who later, alimwanika, he completely he stopped sharing. And I was telling him, you know what? Yes, you can share with someone akwanike, but you will have ni kama kufungua pressure cooker. You know, the way a pressure cooker is opened up and a lot of pressure comes out. So when you share, just that sharing is actually very, very therapeutic.
Yeah.
So seek help, because you realize some of the things that we battle even today, they are things we picked from even when we were children.
Yeah.
When we have at a very tender age. So someone suffered, maybe you were battered so badly by your parents, labda uliitwa majina, you were called good for nothing, you were told, you were called all sorts of names that imply that you are not good for anything, and therefore you project a lot even when you're grown up.
True.
Anything small, you want to burst out, or you want to keep it to yourself because, again, you are told you're not good enough. So when you speak, it's like you are actually confirming what was said about you. So please, men, speak up.
Amazing, amazing. On that same note, one issue that is actually arising so much in our society today is the social media. And it is a concept that all of us are still trying to understand. Because in the social media, a lot of the information disseminated there is not verified. Anyone who has a TikTok or Instagram or Facebook page can just, post anything and no one cares. No one will find them. So most of the youth are on these social media platforms, and at times you look at people your age and you're like, am I the problem? Because they seem to have their lives figured out. They seem to be perfect, and they seem to be all wealthy and, mighty and traveling the world. And a young person might be looking at this and they're like, do I have a problem? Why am I not like my age mates on the social media? So can you address that? Social media versus mental health. How do these two factors correlate?
Well, yes, that is very true. One of the factors that can really aggravate our mental and being mentally unhealthy is comparison. Yeah. When we compare ourselves with others, irrespective of whether it's on the social media or even in real time, it is a disease. And if one suffers from that, because let me tell you, Naomi, at one time in life, someone will always be better than you.
True.
And someone will always be, or someone will be higher than you, and someone else will be always lower than you.
Yeah.
But as a human being, you tend always to look at people who are higher than you, and you feel like you are a lot lower. Let me say, please walk your journey. Be yourself. Although maybe I think we can also touch later on something on self-awareness, where you allow yourself to walk your journey. You are not born with people. You are born alone. And one thing that defines us is that when you go to do your, like the ID, when you want to take your ID, they will always take your fingerprints.
Yes.
And this one is to tell that those prints are not like any other. It doesn't matter how many billions we have in this world today. No one has the same prints like yours. I think God has made us in a very unique way that no one looks like the other. Yani vidole zako, they can identify you from wherever.
Yeah.
So the way you are differently wired and created by God, walk your journey. Make your history. Do not want to live a life that others are living. True. Let me come to the social media. Of course, there's a lot of deception. Yes. And especially to our young people. Most of those people that you see posting before those cameras and doing those very beautiful videos and even posting before big cars, looking like they have made it all, let me tell you, is a big lie. Is a big lie. But of course, it is meant to trigger something in you. And if you're not careful, I'm not saying that all of them are lying, but a number of them could not be living their life on social media versus their real life could be worlds
Two
apart.
different things.
Completely worlds apart. So don't follow the cloud. Don't be a cloud chaser.
Yes.
Just be yourself. Live your life. You don't have to post on social media, because I would even pose a question to you. When you do a post on social media, what are you looking for? What did you do it for? Because if you're looking for likes, you know, it is on, especially, okay, I am, of course, the other generation, whereby Facebook is something really key to me.
Yeah.
So you might find someone with 5,000 friends on Facebook. But when you do a post, it only gets 10 likes.
Yes.
So if you are doing it for the purpose of, you know, wanting to know how people value or rate you according to the likes they give you on social media or on that Facebook post, then you might go home to murder yourself. You don't have to. Believe in yourself and be yourself. I mean, be the authentic you. They give you, okay, maybe, but that is something we can touch on later about self-awareness, so that we know then why would someone be feeling like they need to have more likes on a post for that to validate them, because
like,
some of them could be seeking for validation.
True. On the same social media note, a time back, a certain very popular influencer was trending, and not for the right reasons, because she's someone who people perceived as someone who has her life figured out, and she, you know, she'd travel the world in business class, first class, and she'd be going around, you know, living large, lives in Kilimani, and then all of a sudden, people come to the social media to bash her, claiming she owes them. So allegedly, she was using borrowed money to fund her lifestyle. So you can imagine if someone was looking up to her and, you know, starts admiring her and doing things to be like her, and then you realize your idol is someone who's in debt, you know, borrowing to fund her lifestyle. That would also affect someone. How can someone, you know, gauge what to pick from the social media? Because we're not saying that entirely the social media is bad. It's actually a very nice place to interact, to get to talk to people who are, you know, across the globe. So how do you filter, how do you sieve what to take from the social media and what not to take from the social media in order to ensure that your mental health remains stable?
Thank you. Very important question. But I think I want to begin, first of all, with the person who is using the social media, even before I come to what I should pick and should not pick. If truly you're unakopa iPhone today, like now there is a lot of, they are called on-phone, it's called, what is that app called? Where people are getting a phone on credit, then you continue paying, you know, every day. Probably you're paying 100 shillings or maybe 200 shillings.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a very, very expensive thing.
True.
Very expensive. You find that a phone that you would have waited and paid half the price, you're actually paying it double because of that kukopa. Sisemi ya kwamba ni vibaya. Maybe like one time we were having an event here in school and someone just picked my phone.
Yeah.
And you find yourself actually you've been incapacitated because you don't have a phone. I'm not trying to say that you can't do it, but please be careful that it doesn't get into your pocket. I mean, it doesn't really affect you so badly that you're not able to function. Unajipata mpaka school fees unatumia kulipa deni ya simu, you know? And of course now you become so unstable, you're trying to, you know, do other things so that you can. So I'm not trying to talk about even that person who lost a phone. I'm talking about a person who will do anything possible to make sure that they have what it takes. Maybe to have that phone that can take those very beautiful
Good
photos.
videos and photos.
Yeah, I had someone say yesterday that we have an event tomorrow.
Yeah.
Although this is something probably I'll mention later as we finish. And was saying that no Android phones in the room. So only the iPhones.
iPhones and above.
So with the one who are using social media, what are you using it for?
True.
And if you know, when we talk about the real and the ideal, the real is now me, uko ndani tu where I live, and the life, the kind of a house I live in, whether I use matatu. But do you know those people who sometimes who use the social media, they will hire a car or an Uber to show up for an event, probably end up paying 2,500 that they don't have because there is an image they want to live keep in people's lives. But who are you lying? Ni nani unadanganya? You are actually lying to yourself.
True.
So kindly, if you find you're using social media at your own expense, that you're the one who is running in debt, and you feel a lot of pressure because when you compare the real, I would tell you, Naomi, that some of the people who we see are like celebrities on social media. They wouldn't even want you to interact with them in real life.
In real life.
They have they mask a lot. They want you to know them from that stage and not more than that.
True.
Because the life they live behind that stage,
it's not worth even knowing.
It's not even, there's nothing you can compare with who they are on social media.
Yeah.
Now, to the social media, to the person now who is interacting with the social media, probably to pick something. Kindly, beware of who you are. Kuna msemo tulikuwa tunasema zamani, usishindane na ndovu kuhara. You understand?
Yeah.
So do not compete with the elephant. Because yes, some of them have the money. They have made the money actually.
Yeah.
And others have not. Lakini what exactly are you looking for?
Yeah.
So if you find this thing is making you sleepless, you're always thinking on how to get to become like the other person, you're always comparing yourself, you're actually using the social media to try and up your game so that you can be like others, then you can know that you are on the wrong trajectory. Kindly, beware that you're running on the wrong path.
Okay.
Take a turn. Or take pause and take stock of your life and ask yourself, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Am I able to sustain this life?
True.
Yes. Can't I wait? Can't it, you know, si unaweza kuwa tu kubali kukua pole pole. Panda mti kutoka chini. Yeah?
Yeah.
And if you climb your tree from down there, you can be able to climb well even when you get up there. But if you want to jump and get hold of hapo katika, utadunda tu, utaanguka.
Yeah. Now today's topic or today's conversation was centered around the phrase beneath the surface. Kindly take us through what beneath the surface is and what it means.
Wow. Beneath the surface is like a miniskirt approach to really talk about what happens beneath the surface. Like now, this seat I'm sitting on right now, the surface is this way, but actually there's a lot of work that has been done in there that cannot be seen for the seat to be the way it is now.
True.
So beneath the surface is that which we do not see, but tells a lot or shapes our life so much. So beneath the surface is that mental health, wellness, is that being socially healthy, is that being you have your self-esteem all well together, is that being that you have what we call the intrapersonal relationship, because you know, unless I interact with myself in a healthy way, I may not be able to interact with you.
True.
So if I interact with myself in an healthy way, which you call now the intrapersonal, that is me versus me. How do I look at Flo? Who is Flo to me? I mean, this is now Flo and Flo having a talk.
Yes.
Where I can sit down with myself and ask myself, who am I? Yeah? If I have a conflict within me, you can be sure that I will have conflict with others. So beneath the surface is that which we don't see, but really speaks volumes. As a counselor, I'll sit down with you or I'll look at you and I'll be able to pick that which you cannot even talk about, that which you're not saying. I'll be able to pick from the body language. Some people will even be fidgeting. Others will be, frowning. So you come and then you greeted someone, you said, hi, how are you? And they say, fine. But actually, the way they say fine, their verbal and the non-verbal cues, they are not together. And you can actually follow up and say, hey, hata kama umesema you're fine, I don't think you are. What is happening? Kindly talk to me. You understand? Because you're seeing what they are saying versus what they actually are two different things. So beneath the surface is that which we cannot speak about, or that which we don't talk about, but is really, really affecting us. And that is more on mental health. Yeah?
True.
Of course, even when you talk about like the Shakahola thing, why do you think people would just be, brainwashed to follow some certain way and be told you can fast and see Jesus? Can you imagine a mother taking her own family or children, innocent souls who know nothing, or who don't know nothing, and then they are taken to a place where they are told you have to fast? Sometimes when I think about that thing, I kind of get emotional because I'm a mother. I cannot imagine looking at my own child crying to death. So who am I actually? It means then I've lost myself.
True.
And beneath the surface is that, Naomi, I could be looking the way I'm looking now. Nitakutana na mtu anisalimie. But there is a lot that is happening inside me. I may look all well dressed up. I may look all okay, but I may actually not be okay. We've had people that you were with them today, you even greeted and probably even had taken lunch together.
Yes.
You're hearing the next moment that the person actually took away their own lives.
Yeah.
Then what happened?
Yes. He was very lively and bubbly. What happened?
And this is where matters mental health really, for me, is a very pertinent part of human beings' life to talk about. Because for example, if someone visits a doctor, a physiological doctor, and they are kupime, maybe probably someone is having challenges with diabetes, or maybe a heart problem, or cancer. These sicknesses manifest in different ways. There is the way the body begins to change. There is the way the body, probably you get some swelling on the feet, and someone will be saying, oh, this one is being caused by, because the kidneys are not able to get rid of the excess water, you know. But when someone is suffering mentally, there is nothing to quantify or to qualify what are some of the signs and symptoms, right? And especially in the society.
True.
And especially in Africa. Someone will isolate themselves. We will talk about anajifanya. You know, we will see someone who begins to talk differently. Maybe someone is hallucinating watana yeye ni bangi zake. But when do we really get to know that this person is losing it? The other day when we received the news about Baba, we lost also a very brilliant soul, young soul, Mr. Kimani, who was one of the media people who was really loved. How did we lose Kimani? So some of those mental challenges are actually negated. They are looked at if they are mundane. They are something small, but they mean a lot. Something that begins like something small. It grows and grows, and because there is no one taking really care. Hakuna mtu anajali awachana na huyu atakuwa sawa. You know, kama ni wanaume, okay? Maybe you see another man is beginning to isolate themselves. Tell them, twende nikununulie moja. Okay, because you will go and probably buy him one beer, one too many. And then they begin to function normally the way you know them. It doesn't mean that the problem is over. And this is actually where we find now people also getting into drugs and substances of abuse. They become addicts because they are trying to cope with something. So these are the beneath the surfaces that we need to address. Let's talk about these things. Let's talk about the stigma surrounding mental health. When we see a person out there, tuseme mtu anaokota makaratasi, what do we call them? We label them.
As chokora,
ex-mathare, you know, mwenda. You can even label a friend, huyu anakaanga tu ex-mathare. But really, when you get to interact with those people, they are part of our population, but they are sick. So we never actually get to give mental wellness the weight that it requires. And when now the person loses it, what we say, alirogwa. Huyu lazima kuna kitu ya mtu alifanya. Huyu lazima kuna kitu ya mtu aliiba. And that is how we label them. Ama huyu kwao. There must be something about their family. But we really don't take time to look at what could be causing or what may have caused this kind of a problem. And probably wakati ilianza, if it was taken care of early enough, this is something that may have been taken care of. Yes.
Now, we have talked about beneath the surface and, how we might have things eating us up from within that people don't notice. As someone who is not going through, probably you're fine, you're not going through mental issues, how can you be able to tune yourself to be to have your antennas so high that you can actually identify when someone is going through issues, and how do you approach them? How do you talk to this person to ensure that they actually open up or probably help them find help?
Thank you. One of the ways actually of knowing that people are having a challenge, if I was so bubbly, like now, I have gotten in here and someone is saying, mama yao,
Yes.
because that is probably how we call each other kwa clubs. I mean, it's semi-clubs as a unless someone does mistake me. Nasema clubs is a shule. MKU has over 45 clubs. Those are the extracurricular activities that we do. So if you see Mama Yao who has been so bubbly, and then all of a sudden Flo is this withdrawn person.
Yeah.
She's so isolated. She doesn't want to speak much. Then it's something that you can actually begin to pick, even from our family members. At least you know ourselves. You know your sisters. You know your brothers. Should you start to see some signs, maybe some aggression that this person did not have, there could be something that could be happening to them. Is it that they are abusing a substance? Could it be also they are battling stress? And when stress is not taken care of, it gets into depression.
Yes.
Finally, someone is completely burnt out. They cannot even function normally again. So kindly, when you see someone starting to show some signs, don't wait until it is too late. Probably you've also noticed your friend has not been abusing drugs, but all of a sudden, you ukiingia kwa room yake unasikia some smell of bang.
Yes.
Unaona mtu amelala took some liquor during the weekend. They did not even go to class. Someone who never used to miss class, they are now all of a sudden missing class. Kindly reach out.
Yes.
If you find your friend has missed a class 1, 2, reach out. If they are not sick, there are sometimes, especially the youth will say, sijiski.
Yeah. Niko tu sawa. Sijiski.
Niko tu, lakini niko sawa.
Yeah.
Please reach out. Don't judge them.
Yeah.
Don't label them. Siwambie tabia yako mbaya, unakaanga aje wewe, kwani unafikiria, Like now I went to, when we were at Mathari, I remember one guy was saying, mami nitajua. And the other guy was saying, jue, tukule mchele, And sometimes, this is how sometimes when even someone keeps threatening that they will take away their lives.
Yes.
What do? Probably we even encourage them. Sometimes we make fun. Nikutafutia kamba, ama ni nini hauna, Please don't. Don't label, don't negate something. However small, usichukulio jambo kwa mzaha. Just find out what is happening. Get to sit with them. Let them know someone cares. Some of the people may feel like they have no one to talk to. So when they know you are there, they can actually know at least they have a support system. Because most of the people, what they lack, even in families, is that support system.
Yeah,
do you have someone you can turn to when you're not feeling okay? So be there for somebody, and when they turn to you, create time for them. Please, go see that person. Just tell them, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
Let them feel encouraged. Let them know that someone is here for them, and you can walk the journey with them. And should they disclose something that they could be going through, do not, and I say this please, do not broadcast. Let it not be the talk that you will talk with your friends when you're having a cup of tea. No.
Yeah.
Isikue ndio sasa maneno ya kusambaza university.
Breaking news.
Yes, texting people, breaking news. You can even type in red and tell them, hey, you don't know. Please do not do that. treat that person with confidentiality so that they can also be able to share with you more and more. Just like the way you'd want your matter to be treated with confidentiality, treat others as well the same.
True.
Thank
true.
you.
Now that you have touched on families, a lot of issues that most young people deal with these days is the issue of traumas, childhood traumas. And you find someone behaving in such a funny way, and people often ask them, "Wolilelewa aje kwani?" Like, how bad was your childhood? But in reality, people actually have wounds that are still healing within them, and they don't know how to deal with them. What can you say about childhood traumas and how to deal? Probably someone was, I don't know if there's a correct word to use, but like sexually assaulted when they were young, and they're dealing with that and nobody understands, and you wonder why they flinch when they're around men, they don't like being around men, and nothing was done about it when they were young. And now they have carried it with them to their adulthood. How can someone deal with childhood traumas?
Thank you, Naomi. Just before I respond to that, I just also wanted to say, should the issue that the person is going through is beyond you, kindly also point them to the right help.
True.
Do not buy them a drink. Do not, tell them to sleep. Do not tell them to... At least sleeping is one of the healthy ways of coping with stress.
Yes.
But do not buy them liquor. Do not, introduce them to drugs and tell them you can try this. I remember there's a gentleman who came here sometimes back in MKU, and he's a AP, administration police. He just went blind because of drugs.
Yeah.
This is something he had used for some time. So these are things that can actually, zinaweza kuja na madhara mengine mengi zaidi. So please do not take people that direction. Lead them to the right direction. And also, if you can't, just let them also seek help. Now, coming to childhood traumas, one of the theories that we use in diagnosing some of the mental challenges that we go through is psychoanalytic. Psychoanalysis is actually to analyze someone's life from childhood. Because you realize a lot of things that we went through our childhood while growing up, some things we tend to think that we forgot them. We call the right word for that, they are repressed. But sometimes we tend to think we forgot them. For the purposes of probably bringing it more clearer to us, is repression is when something is forgotten, but you do not choose to forget it. But because something is too painful, there is a way, the body has a defense mechanism. So that painful experience is pushed like beneath the surface again.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
That is why the beneath the surface still makes a lot of sense. So it is pushed under, and nobody seems to think that this is something that can actually affect me later in life.
Yes.
Let me bring you closer home. Without even talking about the traumas. Well, maybe around the room I cannot see my generation here, but probably there's somebody who is listening out there with my generation, where we grew up with a lot of wants. Yeah, you always want to be bought something. Unataka mzazi akufanyie hivi. You go to school, like the comparison that we are having. You found a pair of. I remember those days. Would even cry for gumboots. You saw someone with a new pair, and yours is all torn. You've been crying to get one. You're not bought one. So those wishes, we call them wishes. Those needs, those are the things that we wished to have as a child. Somehow you grew even without them.
Yeah.
But later in life, they show their ugly faces. That is why you find people even addicted to a lot of shopping.
Thank you very much for mentioning that.
Yes.
There's actually, I don't know how to call it, but on social media, those who are on social media a lot see this. A lot of influencers nowadays do a lot of shopping. Unona shopping costs around like even around 100,000. But if you look at what these people bought, there is no food there. There are like 40 bottles of soda, Coca-Cola, Fanta. And then there is this juice you could dilute. And then there is, I don't know, things that are not really necessary. If you look at it from a mature person's angle, you're like, is this really necessary? All these yogurts, all these sodas, for what? But the shopping costs 100,000. And someone would say in the comment section, they're satisfying their inner child because they probably didn't have this, wakiwa wadogo, so now they're satisfying the urge ya kukunywa soda. Could that be true?
Yeah, it could be true. It could be true because it's actually true. Because there is something that what we are calling about repression is not as if they forgot that they always wanted a soda and they could not afford, or their parents could not buy it for them. No. But now that they are all grown, they want to buy because they can now afford. Kwa hivyo wananunua ile like out of proportion because the urge is still there if it is not taken care of.
Yeah.
So that is now when we come up, where we also now get to talk about the childhood traumas. Maybe a child was sexually assaulted.
Yes.
Why would they grow up to a grown-up woman and still be afraid of men?
Yeah.
It is because they are not able, that trauma was not dealt with in a healthy way. And that is where someone now generalizes all men and says all men are rapists. But are all men rapists?
Of course not.
Not. But because that was not taken care of, a girl grows up knowing that all men are beasts.
Yeah.
And therefore becomes afraid of them. Others probably they were beaten by their parents almost. I remember them days, mzazi anachapa mtoto mpaka anamshika, they would lift up by the legs, heads down, the head down, and swinging. Sometimes some parents would even push a child against the wall, hit them against the wall.
Very traumatizing.
Some of us also went through beating a lot in school.
Yes.
And then you become a teacher and you're beating children. You're beating the hell out of them. Because your inner child is crying for revenge.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't beat your teachers, you could not even beat your parents. Now that you have an opportunity to interact with children, if you're not careful, you could be beating them and doing a lot of projection because of what you went through. So these traumas affect the way we live our lives. They affect our relationship with others. They even affect some of the people who have gone through childhood traumas and are not taken care of.
Yeah.
They cannot even form healthy relationships
Yeah.
or even lasting relationships. They form relationships and they continue breaking. So kindly, these are things that needs to be taken care of. You have ever suffered a trauma as a child, or even not only as a child. You can even suffer a trauma as an adult. Take care of that. Like the other day, we had people who went through floods where all the houses were swept.
Yeah.
And many people dying. Today, I've seen a family in Moranga where they were burying 8 members of the family. Actually, hawakuchimba hata kaburi moja. They just dug like mtaro, and then all those genesas were arranged
inside
in a line, and then they are all covered. What do you think the people who are left in that family will be going through? So these are things that needs to be taken care of. Please seek help. And if you find still there's something about your childhood that is still troubling you, although this is something that when now you do a lot of self-awareness, it brings out some of these things about you that you need to take care of. So kindly seek help.
Now, Florence, a question has been posted to you. Someone says he's a student of Mount Kenya University, but he is addicted to gambling, and it consumes a lot of his money, and he wants to be helped. How can he go about it?
Thank you. Today we call it chemical and non-chemical addiction, because there is the chemical addiction now where we are talking about drugs, we're talking about bang, we're talking about liquor, we're talking about all those substances. Non-chemical, part of it is the gambling. One of them is the gambling. There is also being addicted to sex. There are people who cannot stop having sex. It's a disorder. But of course, it can also be an addiction. There is also the shopping. Someone cannot just stop shopping. They will get any little money, hata kama hakuwa na rent, atapitia kwanza kwa supermarket.
Yeah.
They will buy a lot of nothing and just fill the house. Actually, this is someone who can know the traits they have. There's something wrong here. I had just bought soap the other day. I had just bought another soda. It's not even over. And I bought 2 more. So for someone who is addicted to gambling, please, if you feel that you are trying to stop and you're not being able to stop, seek help.
Yeah.
Because, for us, how a human being behaves is according to the way they think.
True.
So we are what we think, we are our thoughts. So from the thoughts, we have our emotions, and then we have our behavior. So there is a lot of probably psychoeducation and a lot of being helped to manage the gambling addiction that is required. So anaweza tafuta msaada, probably they can see me behind the camera after this, or they can also seek, we have university counselors here.
Yes.
They can seek help. There is one counseling office at FLT building, I think 4th floor. Then there is also the Equip Africa, we have counseling services there, and also on the other side of CT. Kindly seek help. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And those who are thinking of gambling, tafadhali, don't get there. It's addictive. Very, very addictive. Because there is a lot of, how do I call it? There is a lot of being excited or being so incited towards it. Yeah? Unaambiwa weka leo, probably you win kidogo. And you're thinking, when I do it again, I will win. Bigger. So you keep putting and putting. Before you know it, you are addicted. There's a young man who committed suicide because of gambling. Amegamble, imeisha, ya school fees, ameomba marafiki, wazazi, he can no longer borrow. And because he could not repay all that money, and he was not winning, and he couldn't stop, because he's still thinking, there is a chance I might win. And this is now how someone gets into addiction. You can't stop it. Utakula fees iishe, you start copying marafiki. Ukope marafiki, you start calling your uncle. Oh, uncle, mom, tunaenda trip. Oh, there's even this, you even begin asking for things that do not even exist.
Tunalipia units. Portal imeharibika, nafaa niunde.
All those things. Yeah. And you begin getting money from people, not because of anything genuine that you're asking for, but because you can continue gambling. Tafadhali wacha, if you can't stop, seek help.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have talked about mental health. We have talked about traumas. We have talked about the challenges people face. Now, as a person who has undergone this, how do you become self-aware? Kindly take us through self-awareness and what it means, what it entails, like the nitty-gritties of self-awareness.
Okay, just allow me to read something here about self-awareness. Okay. So self-awareness is the ability to understand your own thoughts, your emotions, your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, your behaviors. It means being conscious of who you are and how you affect others. So self-awareness is your whole totality. Who are you? What are your emotions? And more so, emotions is about how do I control my emotions? Who am I? Because kama ni kukasirika, every one of us can get angry.
True.
But what do you do when you're angry? That is self-awareness. Self-awareness is knowing what Flo can do. What are my strengths? So that if I'm not able to do something, then I do not beat myself down because of what I could do that Naomi can do.
Yeah.
The other day we had a hike and we went to the 7th hill, all the 7 hills in Ngong Hills. And we came back for the history. I've not done that before. I only went one stretch ya kwenda mpaka the mwisho. Then I took a matatu to the other side and went back to Ngong. Now this time was I go to the 7th hill, tumalize mpaka pale mwisho, and then we come back. Oh, goodness. They almost carried me,
Yes.
And There are others who are okay, in fact, who are looking like they can even go at that time.
Another 7.
You know? So if I do not understand that this is not my thing,
Yeah.
I can even kill myself in the process. But should I understand, yes, I can do 1, and that is okay for me, then allow those who can even do 3 times to do it. That is not my strength. So there is someone else who cannot speak before people. Na aliona Flo akiongea jana.
Yeah.
And they're like, hata mimi ningependa kuwa kama yeye. But that is not your strength. Probably you're strong in doing something else. So in self-awareness, I know my strengths. Yeah?
Yes.
I know my weaknesses. I know my emotions. I even know my personality. Because like now we talked about stress. Stress is also, there is some personalities that are prone to stress. For example, there are people we call the perfectionists. These are people who want to have things their way. Kama viatu za white zinapangwa pale, my friend, you dare not push it. If these people, arrange their house and probably you move this bottle of water an inch, it can cause them stress.
Yeah.
Because they are so perfect in the way they arrange things that if you mess a little with it, then they are thrown into stress. These are people also who do not believe someone else can do things the way they should be done. Yeah. And therefore, wanakufa na kazi because they cannot even, delegate. Yeah. Because they believe if I delegate, then it will not be done well. So if I know then I am that perfect, because actually being a perfectionist is a disorder. So you who is listening to me and you have a perfectionism or a perfectionist traits, please know it's a disorder. You need to seek help.
Yeah.
Or you need, at least, we need a balance. Like now even when we call, what we call the geniuses.
Yeah.
A genius, being a genius is a disorder. Yes. So usitamani kuwa genius, ati kila kitu unaketi kwa class unapata A. Zingine pata C. Yeah? That's being an average person. And that way then you are able to balance life. But if you are that perfectionist, who has, things have to run in a certain way, then you are prone to stress. Because things will always not be done by you. You will, of course, need to have Naomi with you. You will have someone else doing something. But if you always want to be everywhere so that you make sure that things are done your way, you will collapse.
Yeah.
So the behavior, I also need to know, how do I behave? Because the way I behave makes...
Florence, I think before you proceed, there's a question that was posted. How can someone deal with cyberbullying?
Okay, cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is something. And cyberbullying is something you can even decide to deactivate the account. You can decide to go off social media for some time for your own mental health. Because again, some things can be so bad that they can weigh you down. True. So cyberbullying, number one, if you realize there is something because I don't know what is exactly cyberbullying, ni ya kwamba mtu anakuinukia or they are posting something about you.
Yeah, cyberbullying is actually quite large. You know, someone posting defamatory statements about you, someone, posting images or videos of yourself that are private on social media, or someone sending abusive messages your way through social media. Like, it's a big bracket.
Yeah. So, yes, there's some aspect of cyberbullying that if you are self-aware that you know who you are, there are things that you not even care about.
Yeah.
I take a lot of strength from our former president, Uhuru Kenyatta. However people would say much about him, he will not even bother commenting. He will not even talk about it. Yeah? But if you find yourself so edgy about what people say or comment about you, then there is something that you need to take care of. Yeah. And that is what we are also talking about, the self-awareness. How self-aware are you? For example, if, like now I'm a mature student in Mount Kenya University, so mtu akinita kwa class ule mumama, How does it how does it affect me? If I am affected, then there is something I'm hiding.
Yeah.
Or there is something I wouldn't want, there is some truth I don't want to interact with. Yeah? Or there's some truth I don't want to confront.
Yeah.
But if I am okay, yes, I know I am a mature student and I've actually decided to come and sit in class because I'm a regular student.
Yeah.
I'm not virtual. So umeniona huku, of course, umeniona wengi huku. So because I've made the peace with myself, then I'm okay. So even if I'm called Momama or Mshosh, it doesn't matter to me. But if I find myself getting edgy because of such a comment, then I know there's something I need to confront before it confronts me. So cyberbullying, please, ukiona unabuliwa na unaona inakuaffect, you can even deactivate the account for some time. Yes. Or, well, some cases are even serious. You can even seek the police, or you can report to the police. Yeah. But more so, take care of yourself. If it is something affecting you, kindly do anything possible. Because I remember there's a lady sometimes back who committed suicide. Yeah. She posted something on social media. I think her daughter was raped. And when she took the person who had raped the daughter to the police, he was set free. And she came to the social media to actually like talk or talk to people about how she can be helped. I mean, like, the way you vent through the social media. And people, the comments she got from people made that lady. She actually threw herself on the highway. And she was even taking her daughter with her. It's only the house help who noted that actually she was not meant for good, that grabbed the girl, the daughter from her, but the lady got ran over. So you can imagine cyberbullying can even make you commit suicide if you're not careful. It can make you lose your sanity. So kindly, should you find that it is taking a toll on you, if it is something that you cannot handle, just deactivate the account or seek help. Yeah.
Now, Florence, we have had very hearty conversations, and in as much as I would love us to proceed and, give people more insights on mental health, time, unfortunately, is not on our side. No problem. But what is that one thing you want to tell the young people right now concerning mental health? And anyone who's watching, not just young people, because anyone can actually go through mental health challenges. It is a universal thing. So what is that one thing you would like to tell our audience, even as we close?
Okay, thank you so much. One thing that really resonates in me, and that is a heartbeat, one of my heartbeats in life, is the matter self-awareness. Yeah. And self-awareness is not a destination, it is a journey. We continue being self-aware every time and every day. I am a mature student today because of things I was not able to take care of in my past. Probably this is a story for another day. Yeah. So there are things I was not able to take care of. And this is what has made me be a mature student today. Probably I could be maybe a doctor today. You could be called Dr. Florence, But of course, by the grace of God, I am trusting God that I'm getting there. Amen. So being self-aware is the one thing that will actually make you know when you are taking the wrong turn. It is one thing that will actually help you know that I need help. Yeah. It is one thing that will make you know that this is my strength, this is my weakness. It is one thing that will help you have a lot of self-reflection. It is also one thing that will help you have a lot of introspection. Where Naomi, I can lie to you. Yeah. I can lie to Kinoti, but I cannot lie to myself. So when I am not okay, it is not something I can lie to myself about. So self-awareness is calling Florence out and saying, you're actually not okay. Something needs to be done. And if we do that, and that is why I am actually beginning, like now at General Cargo Primary School, I've been given a class. Yeah. The grade 5 is my class. And there's a class I have started working with, and there's a class I desire to work with until they are, probably they graduate from the school, so long as God gives me strength, so that they know who they are exactly. Because self-awareness also is about my esteem. Do I know how my self-esteem is? Do I have a low or a high self-esteem?
Yeah.
And if my self-esteem is low, what could be the things that are affecting me? What may have been, may have affected my, my body, even at the body image? Come on, this is something we need to talk about.
Yeah.
Am I okay the way I look? Are there things that I feel I need to change about myself? There are people who are probably body shamed, even way back in PP1, PP2. And these things still haunt them even today. Probably your parent made a bad comment about you. Hiyo mwili yako inakaanga aje we na unanga shape. And sometimes we think we are just throwing some words. And these words sometimes are very careless and they end up affecting people big time. So kindly, self-awareness is knowing what are the things that affect me, what are the things I'm edgy about, what is my personality, what can I do about it, and actually taking that journey of being self-aware and knowing it is a journey and not a destination. And always being ready to learn something. And in self-awareness, there is number one, unlearning. There are things that we need to unlearn. There are things we need to learn, and there are things we need to relearn. So we take care of that. And thank you so much.
Now, Florence, there are a lot of questions in the comment section. And people might want to reach out to you to probably get help. If it's okay by you, you can give them an avenue through which they can reach you, probably your phone number or like an email or something.
Let me give my phone number. If you please call me and you didn't find me, leave a text. My phone number is 0721 596252. I take it again, 0721 596252. There is also 0734 180 111. So if you can't find me, write a text. The Safaricom number has my WhatsApp, but the Airtel, maybe you can only get me through text, and I'll be willing to help where I can. I am not perfect.
But you have some insights that you can help in a way.
Yeah, sure. The little I have, I can be able to share.
True.
Yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen.
Kidoko Naomi, sorry. Yeah, just before we wrap it up, I also want to say I am the club's chairperson in MKU, and tomorrow we are hosting a beautiful leadership summit, and our chief guest tomorrow is none other but Professor PLO Lumumba. You can't miss that. It will be at MKCC, come one, come all. Tunalipa 200 shillings peke yake, and you'll be in for a beautiful certificate and actually get to interact with this beautiful knowledge. Thank you. This powerful Pan-Africanist, PLO Lumumba. You're welcome.
You all are invited to tomorrow's event, ladies and gentlemen. I think there is a question that cannot wait. Let me just read it. Someone has a situation where people are toxically unfit for each other, but don't end up together. Is this normal? Should this be a concern? Someone has a situation where people are toxically unfit for each other, but don't end up together. Is this normal, or should this be a concern?
Is it like a toxic relationship?
I'm assuming it is, where people are toxically unfit for each other, but don't end up together. No, I feel like the question should be, but they end up being together. Where like when you're dating, there's a lot of toxicity, but you choose to ignore it and choose to, proceed to the marital stage. Should this be considered a concern?
It is a big concern, ladies and gentlemen. That is a red flag. Please, if your relationship is toxic, unless you are both helped before you get into that marriage. Otherwise, I would assure you, you may end up with a very toxic marriage or even a marriage that will not last. You can even end up killing each other.
True.
We don't want to lose anyone. Please, if a relationship is toxic, and some of them, the toxicity is because of our personality again, or even some disorders that we have.
Yeah.
Some people are narcissists. And because of their narcissistic behavior or tendencies, they will actually mess up and they will want to blame you for it. So you keep taking the blame, but actually it is their own mess. And you get hooked into the relationship because they're always blaming you. Yeah. And because you want to be a people pleaser, maybe that is also your personality, or it's a trait that you need to take care of. You want to please, you don't want the people to talk about, alikuwa kwa relationship now sasa muone, or probably is a guy that you feel like you love, or maybe he's good looking. Please don't go for the looks. Go for the character. True. Because you may go for the looks, but end up in a very toxic relationship. Or maybe let me address the ladies. One other thing I've seen ladies also going for, they would rather endure others, is money. Tafadhali. Make your own money and no man will make you a slave. True. Because you do not have money. Or make your own money and no woman will make you their slave because they have power of money over you. Thank you.
Amazing. Now, guys, I do understand that there are a lot of questions for Florence on matters mental health, and that is why she has given out a contact. Please reach out to her for all your questions. I am very sorry we could not be able to respond to all your questions, but I am very sure you will get the help you seek from her. Now, guys, we have had a very insightful conversation, and we have talked about a lot of issues that are touching to young people and like everybody in general. All right, go through the show, listen. You might just find the help you are seeking. Thank you. Now, I have been your host, Ayeta Naomi Akinyi, with the interview segment, but do not go anywhere. Florence, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, probably to say hello to my beautiful girls, Medrin, Sally, and Joy, if they're watching, and any other person who is watching me from I posted this.
Oh, yeah.
Do I say it again? Okay. I posted this on my social media, so if there is anybody who's watching me because of the post I did, please, I celebrate you. Thank you so much. And thank you especially for my daughters. They are always they really give me, they psych me. Yeah, they are my cheerers. And my son Jesse, I love them so much.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching the show up to this point. But like I said, guys, do not go anywhere. Because you know, what is Talanta MKU without entertainment? And that is why Mr. Addison is coming right after this, a very short commercial break with, I told you there is an artist in the building, an amazing artist. Mr. KINGXIDE will be coming with Addison in the entertainment segment. Please do not go anywhere. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, have an amazing night.
And right about now.
Yeah, it's kama unisho tula Yesu basi kuda wacha story kama unisho tula kuda wacha story kama unisho tula blessing basi kuda wacha story kama unisho tula kuda wacha story kuda wacha story kuda wacha story. Longo, yeah. Mamchezo kalongo, longo, yeah. Kabla kufungua mdomo, yeah. Tubonge papizi udongo, yeah. Kila kitu tunasesese, tusibongeza wasesese. Tuachane na mapepe, labda kusifu na kupepepe. Let's talk peace, let's talk love. Things that matter. Let's talk God, let's talk blessing. Wacha goodness kama unisho jula Yesu. Basi kuda wacha story kama unisho jula. Kuda wacha story kama unisho jula blessing. Basi kuda wacha story kama unisho jula. Kuda wacha story, kuda wacha story. blessings. Bonga blessings, bonga blessings. Let's talk peace, let's talk love. Things that matter. Let's talk God, let's talk blessings. Wacha goodness kama unisho jula Yesu. Basi buda wacha story kama unisho jula. Buda wacha story kama unisho jula blessings. Basi buda wacha story kama unisho jula. Buda wacha story, Buda wacha story. Buda wacha story.
And right about now. And right about now.
Yeah. Kama unisho jula Yesu. Basi buda wacha story kama unisho jula. Buda wacha story kama unisho jula blessing. Basi buda wacha story kama unisho jula. Buda wacha story, Buda wacha story. Buda wacha story. Buda wacha story. Buda wacha story. Hakuna time ya longo longo longo. Yeah. Mamchezo ka longo longo longo. Yeah. Kabla kufungua mdomo domo domo. Yeah. Tubonge safizi udongo dongo dongo. Yeah. Kila kitu tuna sese. Tusibongeza wa sese. Tuachane na mapepe. Labda kusifuna kupepepe. Let's talk peace, let's talk love. Things that matter. Let's talk God, let's talk blessings. Wacha goodness kama unisho jula Yesu. Basi buda wacha story kama unisho jula. Buda wacha story kama unisho jula blessing. Basi buda wacha story kama unisho jula. Buda wacha story, Buda wacha story. Buda wacha story. Buda wacha story. Buda wacha story.
Check, check. Check, check. What you say? Talanta MKU. Hey, hey. Come on, come on. Seven. Welcome to the party tonight. It's a party tonight, returning home. Hey. Hey. Oh. Hey. What you say?
I know people get you. If I speak English, no walking.
Welcome to the party. Wherever you're watching us from.
If you see my baby, you go shut up.
We're turning up to 10 in the PM. Hey.
Finish work for me. Oh, tomato. Put that thing back.
Pull up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you and you as welcome. This is Talanta MKU. Wherever you're watching us from, it's my favorite day of the week. And you already know it's Friday. And when it's Friday, it's another week. When it's another week, it's Friday. And when it's Friday, it's another show. And when it's another show, it's Talanta MKU. Make some noise. No worries, okay? No worries. Zero pressure. No worries. Zero pressure. Leo kidogo seti niko peke yangu, lakini unajua selector, lakini akona other duties, okay? Pia msifrika ameagotea sana, akona duties zingine pale hivyo kando moja mbili, okay? Lakini the party don't stop, okay? The party don't stop because the king is in the building. Wewe. The king is in the building. Yo. You already know how I do. Unajua hata kama niko solo hapa, hata kama tuna selector, hata kama the mic maybe na iko area, wewe, the party don't stop, okay? Cause the king is in the building tonight, okay? Nilikuwa nimewaambia, huyu msisi ati ni mgeni hapa kwa shughuli, okay? Amekuwa hapa before, He's a rapper, songwriter, okay? Performing artist, okay? Na pia award-winning artist, all right? Alafu wewe, niendelee nisiendelee. Alafu to make the matters worse, he is a friend of the show. Oh my goodness. Leo itakuwa mbaya, itakuwa mzuka, okay? Itakuwa mzuka, itakuwa ajabu, okay? So pale kwa comment section, nataka tuko na hizo emoji za moto. Alafu kama uko na swali yote yake, muulize. Alafu sasa kumaliza, ako na ngoma mpya. Kumaliza wewe, ako na ngoma mpya inaitwa Sokato. Wewe wasema nini wewe? Unaelewa, Fika tu pale YouTube, okay? KINGXIDE Official, all right? KINGXIDE. Check hiyo ngoma mpya inaitwa Sokato, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, king and queens, you and yours, not for the very first time, Danny at Talanta MKU, make some noise for King.
Yeah, it's KINGXIDE, bro. The young OG, cheki. Kama rap tu ni math, mi naisoka toa. Nina flow overseas kama Akianoa. Mistari kali zinabamba wapoa, basi moto zinatoa hadi kuku manyoa. Misi iPhone so siwezi weka siri, zero gravity sambona cheze chini. I'm too hot kushinda pilipili, ukileta fala utakula mbilibili. Cheki kama DS unawaguza Master Shifu kwa PS wakidai loser. Sizi roll na X jusina muda, certified hama rapa wananiita buda. Cheki koma sava, sema sava bie, nina shine kakipara ya bien. Tuma haters, mi niko BA. Kama uko na ngori basi nkute kwa DM. Kwa hii rap mi ndo master, mikasa sukasa, mongo iko juju kwa kichoko na rasta. Mi ni mob hama rapa ni madasta, wapikolo blue ni mwoneshe mi ndo cluster. Kama flu, I'm too contagious, niko na aura si hilarious. Baby face chuchu chai kuwa serious, natingisha hii kichwa kama Mandy contagious. Rap bila king inabo, ajaration repetition minatumia syllable. Nachanganya ndimi nikanafuata dini. Sit back relax, itabidi ukae chini yo. KINGXIDE OFFICIAL na subscribe to my channel ndio nikupatie feature. Wezi kuwa fan unadai kunitisha. Been a good boy wesi mziza nyamazisha. Ukizima na wakisha. Na bado na wakisha. Unga fala utapita na dirisha. Weni kama nguo na kuna kubadilisha. Misi Khalid lakini takatrisha. Visa unatumia vudu mimujiza. Uliza Jesus is my father na kuficha. KINGXIDE wanataka picha. Duni mass mi naisoka toa. Nina flow overseas kama Akia Noah. Chiki mistari kali zina bamba wapoa. Bazi moto zinatoa hadi kuku manyoa. Misi iPhone so siwezi weka siri. Zero gravity sambona ncheze chini. I'm too hot kushinda pilipili. Ukile tofala utakula pilipili.
Waja se mbaya yani ya?
Mbaya.
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 Niaje mzee? Long time. Long time no see. Unajua hata kidogo kwanza sasa ni kusema hapa kwa mafans. Unajua temu nilikuwa tu naangalia kwa mtandao, unajua mimi nakuanga international stalker.
Mbaya.
Okay?
Nakutambua.
So unajua niliwamezeshea nikawaambia KINGXIDE ako na ngoma mpya.
Kweli.
Pale kwa mtandao ulikuwa unatuguzia tu trivia pale 1
TikTok challenge.
Ma TikTok challenge. Nikawaambia hapa mzee mzima atakuwa na landi. Alafu akilandi unajua na landi na maubadi anishajua.
Sana.
Before tuendelee. Unajua najua kuna msi anajifanya akujui. Unaelewa Kuna mtu anajifanya akujui. Ndio ile kama njia use.
Kamera gani? Natumia kamera
ile pale ya nyumbani.
Disco mingi hapa.
Ya 7 ile. Kamera namba 7 ndio hii.
Sawa.
Yes sir.
Okay, so unajua nataka tu introduce kitu na
haina noma.
Unajua nikianza kuongea nasemanga aje?
Okay.
Nataka wewe introduce. Nataka kuwe KINGXIDE leo.
Unajua nishakupiga introduction yangu lakini mimi nikishakupiga hawatakungam. Hawata ningam venye watakungam. Okay. Wewe sasa wewe kwanza unapiga, alafu sasa mimi nifanye nini? Nikupige yako sasa.
Okay.
Okay.
Hata niingie. Yeah, what up guys? It's your boy KINGXIDE #TheYoungOG siku zote kama kawa kama dawa. Yeah, and I go by the name KINGXIDE in all platforms. KINGXIDE. See KINGXIDE ya S, ya X.
Yes sir.
And you gotta respect the young OG siku zote kama kawa.
Very nice. The young OG in the building tonight. Jueni OG leo manzi. Welcome. Chill hapo kidogo tupige story leo, ulikuwa umetulia nice and easy So KINGXIDE man.
Yeah.
It has been a minute
Kweli.
Hey, lakini before tuendelee msee acha nikwambie una put in effort yani, unapiga kazi.
Inafaa hivyo.
Tulikuwa hapa like how many months? Like 4 months, 5 months ago. Na kutoka hiyo time, ni ma projects back to back, projects, muziki, ma wins. Mtu wangu kidogo mkoanja 1 2
lazima hiyo ndo mboka mzee.
What have you been up to?
I've been a lot
since then.
First of all, I want to say thank you.
Yeah.
Kukuwa hapa manze, it's not something easy.
For sure.
So I have to say thank you to you guys and to the Most High kabisa. So I've been just working manze guys. I don't know if you've followed me in all platforms. Mona manze tumetoa a new song.
Yes sir.
Inazoza hapo mneti. It goes by the name Sokatoa. It's a good rap song manze. Tume invest kila kitu manze, time, challenges, push hapa. It's a good song and has one of the best videos in the whole world.
For sure.
Mbaya sana.
Yona uliekelea.
Hiyo like hata
kwanza nikupe credit zako na follow zako.
Kweli.
Sijui kama ukiwa pale mtaani, sijui kama umeona hiyo video mtu wangu YouTube channel ni gani?
YouTube channel ni KINGXIDE, KINGXIDE. KINGXIDE Official in all platforms.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Fika pale YouTube, okay? Check your video. Ni one of the best.
The best.
Nimeona of late.
Rudi hapo wasikie.
Hiyo video mpya inaitwa Sokatoa KINGXIDE pale YouTube. Yeah. One of the best videos right now in East Africa. Okay?
Kweli.
Hapa nakwambia mzee mzima ukisikia naitwa King, si ati ndio juu ya nini? Ndio nafika bei, sawa
Nafaa.
Na ndio heshima yenu. Ushaelewa? Director aniambia wacheki kwa screen, video iko screen, Wacheki venye iko
Mbaya sana.
Iko pale na cheki man like Deko man pale na cheki.
Shout out to Deko manze, I'll come through manze. Deko manze. One love bro, nakupenda sana. Shukran sana.
Yeah. Acha tu watch kidogo tu cheki snippets 1 2.
Cheki.
Yo.
Kama rap ni math mimi naisoka toa. Nina flow overseas kama akianoa. Mistari kali zinabamba wapoa. Basi ni moto zinatoa hadi kuku manyoa. Misi iPhone so siwezi weka siri. Zero gravity sambona cheze chini. I'm too hot kushinda pilipili. Ukileta fala utakula mbili. Cheki kama DS na waguza. Master shifu kwa PS wakidai loser. Sezi roll na X juicy na muda. Certified hama rapa wananiita buda. Cheki koma sava sema sava bien. Nina shaika kipara ya bien. To my haters mini ko BA. Kama uko na ngori basi nkute kwa DM. Kwa hii rap ndo master mikasa sukasa. Mungu iko juju kwa kichwa kona rasta. Mini mob hama rapa ni madasta. Wapi kolo blue ni moneshe mindo cluster. Kama flu I'm too contagious. Niko na aura si hilarious. Baby face chuchichai kuwa serious. Natingisha ikichwa kama mwani fantasia.
What you say?
Rap king inabo. Iteration repetition minatumia syllable. Nachanganya ndimi nikanafuata dini. Sit back relax itabidi ukae chini yo.
Wewe.
Cheki juu KINGXIDE na subscribe to my channel ndo nikupatie feature. Wezi kuwa fan na unadai kunitisha. Being a good boy wesi mziza nyamazisha.
Ushasikia yani The king is in the building. Before tuendelee, Sokatoa. Unajua time niliona tu Sokatoa.
Yeah.
Time nilitumia mzuka pale. Mimi kitu ya kwanza nikiona tateleo hiyo ngoma. Unajua nini likamkoa kichwa yangu yani ushaelewa?
Niambie nini?
Unajua nini? Ilinipeleka way back.
High school.
Pale sabuni Sokatoa.
Yeah, Sokatoa.
Why name the song Sokatoa? Unajua Sokatoa inanipeleka ile za cosine. Because sijui something.
The hypotenuse. Hypotenuse and the other thing. So, like funny thing, idoba, like I can say it's something like mina kuanga tu na I think it's talent. Unakatu hivi chini alafu kitu inakuhit. Na afu ikikuhit uko zile za hii si actually cause na feel poa. So why I named the song Sokatoa is because nikiwa high school tukifanya the formula of looking for that triangle kutafuta hizo inside angles.
Yes.
So like hiyo kitu mwalimu wetu wa math alikuwa anashinda kirudia. You have to master this Sokatoa. You have to master. Achana na hero formulas. If you know Sokatoa, sijui nini sign, hypotenuse, opposite. Then I was like, juu kitu ilikuwa inanibo sana nikajiambia wacha tu nitengeneze like a vibe song.
Yes sir.
From that math formula. Unaona? But it's a good song, it's vibing. Ukisikiza mistari hapo, like it's fun. I'm just being fun, like ni kubamba tu kitu, yani kitu nyewezi fikiria. Una get?
Yes sir.
Yeah.
So unaweza sema like that was the inspiration between
inspiration ilitoka tu hapo. But the other rhymes ilitoka kwa wase wengine napenda. Ukisikia hapo ndani kuna ma vibes nimechanganya hapo, kuna BN, kuna one of the biggest dancers, Mandy's Fantagious. Nikataza Kolo Blue, nikataza pia nani huyu mwingine? Aura, hilarious Aura. One of people who I look to. So I was just feeling like
nimetag hapo akina line fulani hapo. Sijui ni line ama umesample hii nini ya sijui ni vibe ya yenye Kodon kona the Kodon clan something a piece maybe
pardon ebu ni place gani ebu sema hiyo verse.
Unaenda on the spot. Okay, like ni I can't najua siwezi sema kitu lenye kuna place. I think I'll send the piece. I'm comment on the comment section and then
kweli tutaangalia hiyo.
So nice track man.
Thank you so much, I appreciate.
Producer behind the track.
So like shout out, like I have many people who I work with. I have 2 producers.
Yes sir.
But mwenye alitengeneza hii track ni anaitwa Wingers Worldwide. One guy who is so dope. He's an artist. He's an artist but bado like he does production.
Yeah.
So like the song ilipitia wase wengi sana.
Okay.
So kuna ali produce, kuna like some instrumentals tulisikia places. Tukavibe tu nayo na akatengeneza beat kali sana. So like I just sent him, like nilikuwa na hizo mistari but nikamtumia nikamwambia cheki bro. Nitaka unitengeneze beat kali.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's how he came through. Yeah, the song is doing well, man.
It's doing well. Na cheki pale in less than 2 days iko almost 4K views. In a push sana. Alafu like pale TikTok man, mbaya. Kama hujaop kwa hiyo dance challenge manzi. Mimi kesho nafanya yangu itakuwa pale TikTok.
Anangoja.
Unaelewa? Unajua siku hizi by then nimejifunza kumove my body, Unajua niliambiwa kuna difference ya kudance na kumove your body. Sasa kidogo niliambiwa lazima niingie dance classes 1 to 1.
Imagine you can vibe, si lazima dance.
Anajua tuko vibe tu. But then ni ya ku vibe, ya ku feel nice and easy.
It's a good song, man. Hata ukisikiza beats. Everything starting from scratch is professional.
For sure.
Starting from the audio production, everything to the video production. I just want to give a shout out to we used mwenye alitengeneza hiyo video is the best visual guy right now. Anaitwa Trey Jewels, shooting all big artists.
Okay.
So like he came through.
Can I get the name again?
Anaitwa, big shout out to Trey Jewels. Trey Jewels, one of the biggest videographers right now in the country.
Yeah, shout out, man.
Yeah, so he came through, he had the song, akaniambia kijana uko poa, tupige shughuli, tukaingia, and we just made a mastermind. And shout out to the place. The place is my uncle's like hospital. So hiyo place yote tulihire. So he came through akasema hivi da lazima tuichapia hapa.
Very nice.
Inaitwa Refined Plastic Authentic Surgery. Hapo tu ni place unaendanga watu wa BBL surgery tu. Hapo si tunaenda tuna kichwa inakuuma. Hapo ni watu wa kuongezwa vitu hapa kutengenezwa hapo. Unatengenezwa vizuri unarudi form.
Hivi.
Kweli.
Very nice. Unajua kuna a certain African proverb inasemanga when the music changes the dance changes as well. Kweli. Unajua sisi tumeguzoea wewe na rap game yako, unajua rap game yako iko sawa, pen game yako iko sawa, nini?
Shukran.
Uko on. Lakini sasa tunaona ni kama kidogo unaingia unajua unaimba yani. So you can sing and you can rap. Kwa hii ngoma you sang, right?
Yeah, it was a song like type. Sikupiga ti rap. Lakini bado rap mimi ni mbaya.
Najua utaguzia
ndaguzia tu hapa atashtuka. But like that time like you know hata kama kuna fan base yako ukiangalia catalog kuna zile songs unatolewa tu kujinice na kule zenye unaingia era ya KOG because I'm the young OG. So bado kuna ngoma zinakam, rap zinakam mbaya sana. That's just the beginning. Ndio tumeanza.
So si ati tunadhani ati KINGXIDE kidogo ameswitch. Tulikuwa tumezoea rap.
Versatile. Lazima mimi napenda fans wote. Unacheki? Ukiingia hapo rap, uingie reggae, anything. Bro, I'm versatile. So like that's a club banger. Hiyo ni msee anaweza sikiza tu iko nice. Na ukitaka tuingie hip hop, baya sana. Ukitaka tuingie trap, drill, I do anything, bro.
Very nice.
Shukran.
Unajua kidogo kuna watu wanasikia unajiita KINGXIDE, the young
OG.
Unajua hajui mbona the young OG. Waambie mbona.
Manzi.
Tell them why yani. The tagline the young OG.
I go by the name KINGXIDE # the young OG kwa sababu my biggest mentor inspiration. The one guy look up to manzi.
Yeah.
Calligraph Jones.
Without a doubt, man.
Manze, shout out to him. Amekuwa kini support.
Respect.
Ameni support sana, bro. Amenipatia advice. Ameniambia nikiendelea tu hivi. Kuna venye ndafika na atanicheki. But I want to give a thank, like, he's my mentor. Like, ndio ifike tu time, like, he followed me, he talked to me. I was like, damn, bro. Nilishtuka, man. Mshangaa, uji rada. Muuliza rada, manze. Yeah, and he told me like unafanya kazi poa. Akaniambia I wish you blessings, those are his words. More blessings, success, brother. Akaniambia hivyo and I just felt nice. Unasikia like one of the biggest, hata si one of the biggest, the biggest. The very biggest nice. Himself artist in the hip hop game.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Calligraph manze, shukran jo.
Anytime, any day.
Najua unawachiki tu manze, shukran. Sana.
Very nice manze, shout out the OG manze, respect the OG for
always.
The support man. Umeshow our big boy, okay? Na for sure kitu naweza mwambia manze, najua uwezi mlet down.
Yes.
Anytime, respect anytime.
Always.
All right. So before we go on that musical break, unajua kuna madoba kibao
Kweli.
So nataka before tuende on this musical break. All right? You have kutoka time tumekuwa nawe mpaka sasa umeaccomplish vitu mob sana, okay? You have won some awards, okay? We'll talk about that after the break. Lakini before tuende break nataka utupigie rap, okay? Ama utuimbie freestyle ya hiyo ngoma yani Sokatoa. Yeah. It's a musical break.
Kama rap tu ni math mimi Sokatoa. Flow overseas kama Akianoa. Mistari kali zinabamba wapoa, bas ni moto zinatoa hadi kuku manyoa. Misi iPhone so siwezi weka siri. Zero gravity sambona ncheze chini. I'm too hot kushinda pilipili. Ukileta ufala utakula mbili. Cheki kama diaso na waguza guza. Master Shifu kwa PS wakidai loser. Sezi roll na X jusi na muda. Certified hammer rapa wana nita buda. Cheki koma sava sema sava bie. Nina shine kakipara ya BN. To my haters mini kobie. Kama uko na ngori basi nkute kwa DM. Kwa hii rap mindo master. Mikasa sukasa mongo iko juju kwa kichoko na rasta. Mini mop hama rapa ni madasta. Wapikolo blue ni muoneshe mindo cluster. Na kama flu I'm too contagious. Niko na aura si hilarious. Babyface just jaikuwa serious. Na tingisha hii kichwa kama mandi fantagious. Juu rap bila king inabu. Alteration repetition mina tumia syllable. Na changanya ndimi nikanafuata dini. Sit back relax itabiduka chini yo. Cheki juu KINGXIDE ndo jina. Subscribe to my channel ndo nikupatie feature. Wezi kuwa fan unadai kunitisha. Being a good boy wesimziza nyamazisha.
Yo manze, real talent man. Okay? Manze mshasikia venye na flow hata kama ana beat freestyle tu yenyewe. So nataka you do this Just do one thing. On all socials KINGXIDE, right? Right? On all socials.
Yeah, manze, I go by the name KINGXIDE manze. Ukisikia tu KINGXIDE unasikia energy. So manze mwende msubscribe hapo. Hiyo doba inaendelea muendelee kufanya hivyo. We still have a lot of challenges to do. Yeah, we wanna hit 1 million views manze. Now we can do it man.
You can do it.
We can do it manze. Muendelee tu kusubscribe hapo na mna view na mna share na mna like.
Yes sir.
Vile inafaa.
Okay, alafu pia the song is on all DSPs, all digital streaming platforms,
Kweli.
okay? So Katoa, let's all jump to that tune. It's one of the baddest tune right about now. Pale kwa mtandao manzi.
Bye.
On the airwaves inatesa sawa, in kila bang, iko kila place yani tunasaka Katoa. Ushajua alafu pia unajua King akiwa in the building, the king with the goodies. Ngoma si moja ngoma ni kibao. Hata tuwezi maliza catalog yake leo
Bye
yani.
sana.
Ushaelewa So unajua KINGXIDE hapo kidogo watu wanajua kuna labda mtu anakuwa for the very first time. Maybe kuna catalog hajaguza. Unatuguzia ngoma gani nyingine next?
Like nakuja hip hop mbaya sana.
Hip hop.
Nikikuja hapa ni rap to KOG. Msikie I want to show you what I have. Cause manzi najua kuna msana ni feel hapo for the first time unashanga uboy ni nani. I go by the name KINGXIDE #the young OG siku zote kama kawa.
Yes sir.
So nikirudi hapa ni rap tu sasa. Tumeachana na club bangers. It's real work nigga.
What's up? So my DJ, you ready for something? Okay, can you run the thing?
Yeah. It's KINGXIDE bro. Check it, the young OG. Check it. Skiza. Msinibo. 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 Msini. Check it, I've never been ashamed to those who pull me down. Why? Cause I'm a king before you talk, Nick on a crown. You call me bad boy, you think ni mother row. My flow so sick, nikema niti dahau. So pesa sigana. Modo wakwa nekwedete dire igana. Ni enefafa, aya age sigana. Demwega fio, nire dige. Tangu niyo koke watu wengi wame hate. Missy disappointment, kama Jimmy Gate. Mistari ziko on point, mina navigate. Mina ball, mina tessa. Mkisalivate, if God is the father, Jesus is the son. He rap dio baba, lafu mindo son. I make it look easy, na sijawai piga tizi. Flow ziko on, kami kunga ya dizzy. Let me bring it back with the hit. Put it on repeat. Jesus is my father and I'm proud to believe. Kani rap mindo beast and I'm never getting pissed. Why should you hate na unajua mindo peace? Niko ndakas kwa Christ. Why akwa mic? Gospel artist mina mash up walai juu. Maisha vulai kuna kitu mina die. God alini bless kwa hii life na uhai. Yo, niko tifi bro. Kameshika hapa ndani bila sigino. Atuko minimo. Changamuka hii ni dogo duko critical. Yo, niko tifi bro. Kameshika hapa ndani bila sigino. Atuko minimo. Changamuka hii ni dogo duko critical. Msinibo. 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 Check it. So pesa sigana. Modo wakwa nekwedete dire igana. ni enefafa aya agesiana demwega fio dire tigetigera yo niko tifi bro kama shika hapa ndani bila sigino
What you say? Come on.
atuko minimo changamuka hini doba tuko critical yo niko tifi bro kama shika hapa ndani bila sigino cheki atuko minimo changamuka hini doba cheki ati msinibo
What you say?
msinibo
Musi.
msinibo msini
Come on. Yo, wagwan.
yeah DJ
Mbaya. Okay. Very nice. Have a seat, King, man. What's up?
sup manze
Musifanye nini, eh?
msinibo
Musidifanye nini?
yeah to all the people that are hating on your craft
Uh-huh.
wasikubo
Walai.
you just do what you love na walai manze God ata come through
For sure.
na ukichekia di rap zangu a lot of raps of mine lazima nipatie God thanks unacheki
For sure.
because mi najuanga all praises si zangu like yes as an artist unasikianga manze mimi ni ule msee but ufai kuchukua sifa zote sifa zote zinafaa kuendea msee alikupe hiyo talent
Kweli.
so in my rap napendanga tukutaja jina Jesus ndio nionyeshe msee huko nje anything is possible if you trust in Jesus
Without a doubt.
manze ni God siku zote
Na pia unajua naambianga wasanii gratitude is a must. Hakuna kitu fiti kama kuwa grateful. Alafu unajua pia unapatanga msanii anaombanga muziki yake jipe ama akiproduce muziki produce hit song, okay? Lakini kuna kitu moja yani wasanii hawajaijua. Kuna kitu moja inaitangwa like visibility, okay? Ukiomba ngoma zako zijipe, ukiomba mashughuli zako zijipe, pia ambia Mungu akupe nini? Visibility and favor in the eyes of men, right?
Kweli.
Unajua kuna kuimba, okay? Wasanii ni wengi
sana.
Wasanii ni kibao, marapa ni wengi. Lakini pia unafaa uombe ile grace ya God na favor ya God yani. Alafu kwa pia visible pia kwa client na pia kwa corporate na kwa brand yani ushajua na pia promoter ushaelewa.
Kweli.
Okay, so KINGXIDE one time
Yeah.
Kitu moja I think unajua so sahi Mimi kitu moja naweza kuuliza so far So far najua pia you pursuing music as well, you are pursuing maybe you are on the academic side. Right? Maybe kwa watu wenye wajui, what do you take?
On my study side, I'm doing DIT, Information Technology. Nafanya diploma hapo. Yeah, and I have like, my mom told me, hata kama wewe ni mnoma msanii, you need some knowledge. Like unakuwa na papers, like unakuwa msanii but pia usitegemee side moja. Unaona? Yeah, so nafanya Information and Technology, IT. Yeah.
Okay, na ukipasu unajua baadhi na kuendelea kainwa fit yani na shidwaje. What difficult, okay? Let me put you on the spot. What difficult kati ya kuproduce a hit song na kupass your exams? Nini ngumu?
Pardon, burudio swali.
Kati ya kupass your exams yani na kupass your academics na kutoa hit song. Ni gani noma hapo kati hizo mbili? Juu kwa fit zote bado kwa the academia world na bado kwa the music industry.
That's a good question. Walai. Nimefanya interviews lakini ina umenishika.
Ina kwanga tu hapa kidogo
umenishika like okay make and say. Saidia masomo. Masomo is unajua likampo. So hiyo si kitu ngumu cause si ati ni time yote huko. But on the side of a hit song, mimi najuanga consistency is key. Hata nikitoa hit song, then what? Ndata kurap? No. So like ni passion. Unaona? Mimi nafanyanga music kwa sababu ni passion. I don't do like yes I can want a hit song. Hakuna mtu msanii hataki. But ukiona hiyo mindset yenye nataka tu hit song. Like this is passion. Mine is talent and it's passion. I don't do things for like money nini. Nafanya juu napenda muziki, like napenda muziki mbaya sana. So my music ukisikiza kuna kujienjoy, it's motivational. Then I come from a Christian family, like nimetoka kwa familia.
But kitu kingine anajiita pia anajiitanga Christian hip hop something
Christian hip hop artist. So many versatile. So natoka kwa family, it's so Christianity. So nimeona ngoma zangu siwezi curse. I don't curse so much. But wanani support sana but wananiambia pia usijisahau. Unajua place umetoka. And that's why like I feel so happy. I've never like mamangu ananiambianga tu cause my mom is my biggest fan.
Yeah,
shout out to Mama KINGXIDE manze. Mama KINGXIDE, I love you so much. Now thank you for the prayers. And she's a fan of me. Says hadi anipigianga ananiambia, "Hey KINGXIDE, unatutolea ngoma lini?" I'm like, namwambia relax ndakupanga.
Amesikia mpya sokatoa?
Amesikia nakwambia ndio alikuwa ananiambia, kijana na huko unapenda maths?" Like nini kaambia, "Hey relax unachoma."
That's so nice.
So yeah.
Unajua by the way kuna nothing sweet in this world like kuona like your parents wakisupport your thing hata mimi kidogo mzee anapitianga zile mashughuli na chapanga
but ilikuwa noma before mother ilikuwa noma mother alikuwa ameniambia masomo ndugu yangu
soma kwanza alikuwa anakuambia ukiwa msanii kidogo wasichana sherehe pombe mingi kidogo nini utapotea
kweli
lakini sasa
funny
we shall prove wrong.
Nisha like she's ameelewa kijana yake anajielewa because I have my own respect na nampea respect yake so I don't cross the borders
without a doubt.
Kweli
The discipline aspect unaona ukijibeba kama mtu mzima na ukijibeba kama king
anakusupport
pia wazee wanakubeba kama king. Okay, so KINGXIDE sasa yuko MKU right, you're pursuing your thing and you're pursuing your music so unaweza niambia nini imebadilisha like your thing kuna kitu yote imechange yani venye umepata maybe your fans wanakutrade
man vitu mingi zimechange bro
pressure
like unaingia tu chuo unashtukia tu umesalimiwa na mtu hata ujui kwambia mimi ni fan wako bro una rap fit I'm like okay wow kumbe mnasikiza so like imechange alafu pia shows imenipea confidence naweza simama mbele ya watu karibu hata over 500 because I was terrified. Yes, I've gone for shows, but pia as MKU pia inakuanga mbaya. So like unapanda stage, hapo umetense. Like so imenipatia naweza sema the confidence. Imenipea confidence, imenipatia love. I've gained subscribers. Unapata hadi some lecturers wananiita wananiambia ambia watu jina lako. Tunakuja hapo like so much love and shout out to MKU so much. Mr. Iwasahau hiyo nani nimewambia Mr. Iwasahau shukran sana
all right, very nice manze, ilikuwa tuguzi on that aspect because it's very important because unajua una inspiring vijana kibao sana the upcoming. Okay, so good pia on the pia side nyingine ya KINGXIDE. Okay, all right, so kidogo ukakuja ukachapa shughuli ukaingia hivyo ukajituma kidogo ndio hiyo chua kumekuwa na competition fulani hapo Choco nini?
Choco Primo.
Okay.
Shout out to Choco Primo.
Yes sir. Nataka manze utuambie ili hapi naje yani.
Manze, that's nakwambianga vitu za Mungu zinakuanga tu like so funny.
Lakini before tufikie hapo tulia yani. Kuna kitu nataka tu nikucheze something on the screens, okay? You watch it and then nataka tuambie kwa hii moment ulikuwa wapi? Ulikuwa na feel nini? What was going through your mind when this was happening, okay? My directive, you are ready to do something. Run the thing. Okay, seems the nini is not ready. Lakini kwa mtu mwenye maybe ajui what was the competition all about?
Funny thing manze, hata nilitagiwa tu na mabeshti yangu. The competition was about it's a company of drinking chocolates. So they are new in the game, inaitwa Choco Primo. Shout out to them. Yenyewe like hiyo Choco Primo ni tamu. Hata simetu kwa sababu nilishinda. Like literally it's so sweet.
It's a free ad.
So ilikuwa imekuja na the main guy was Eric Omondi. Eric Omondi ndo alitoa hiyo challenge akasema if you can sing, if you can dance, if you can act, if you can do anything talent wise.
Yes sir.
The challenge is going for like a whole 2 months. So like videos ilikuwa karibu more than 40,000 bro. So like vile tu unajua tu a big content creator amesema kitu kama hivyo unajua vijana wanajituma
vibaya sana.
So mimi hata kwanza ilini hit tu nikasikia tu nikatulia kwanza hata kwanza siku hivyo nikaingia naona wase wanafanya challenge, wengine wanacheza ball, wengine wanatoa acts, wako na mambuzi, vitu kali. Nikakaa chini hivi nilikuwa na mori wangu fulani. Akaniambia Kings uandike freestyle na vile unakuanga mbaya.
Yes sir.
Nikamwambia sawa tumia watu 40,000 wewe acha ujinga. Naandika aje freestyle watu 40k wametuma hapo nani hii freestyle yangu itaenda wapi? Akaniambia no king manze, mimi nakutambua bro.
Kweli.
Shout out to that guy. Nikasema sawa, nikaingia tu hapo YouTube. Nikasearch tu beat fulani na beat zenyewe zina trend tu kwa like za ma producer tu hata si wa huku. Nikasikia fulani nikasema
I must jump on this.
Kasema afu unajua mimi kisikizanga beat mistari ujileta. So ikaza tu like sasa nikaingia kwa account ya Choco Primo nikaangalia ni kuhusu nini. Nikaona hao wamepatana na Zesta, sijui nini, nikasema hii nayo nikasema okay, before I started I said God manze acha nitoe hii freestyle. Kama itaenda ni sawa. Na kama itabaki ni sawa. As long as I know I tried. Mseni nimechukua hapo nimechonga nimeandika Choco Primo ina donjo kama Zesta Primo ina tikitaka kama Manchester Choco Primo unekunywa fitina mamfinyo na maringo hadi na mastingo justaki kujichocha kwa rap mindo kocha ukileta beef na kumix kama smocha Primo Choco mtakula tu viboko mirista ziko mingi na zigawa kama
bombo clat.
So I was like I did
hold on that my director ananiambia kitu iko on, okay, that's the thing.
Okay.
3 participants were awarded. The participants who are creatives walked away with between 30,000 shillings and 100,000 shillings. While loading the awards, winners of the challenge say that the challenge was a great opportunity for upcoming artists and challenged other organizations to embrace the craft as it presents an opportunity for growth and exposure for young creatives.
Over 3,000 people participated on our social media, and we had the top 10 who came here to perform, and we paired it up with a Choco Funday for the True Food staff.
I won like 50 G's, man, and I feel so nice. And it was a competitive challenge, but what I can just say is ukiaminia craft yako manze, uandike poa, unaaminia tu kitu nye umeandika, and you just pray to God mwambie like hii kitu manze ifikie watu.
Very nice. That's my boy KINGXIDE, the young OG. Amesema nini manzi? Ukiaminia craft yako. Over 3,000 nini participants online. Na mzee mzima hapa aliapia top nini? Hata ni top 2 ama ilikuwa top 3?
Was the first one. Top 1
alikuwa top 1. Alikuwa the best among 3,000, okay? So show ya leo manzi tuko na the king himself.
Kweli.
Niambie hiyo masaa manzi, what was going through your mind?
Bro, man, hata usinirudishe. Mimi nilikuwa tu naona bro nikaa naota. Nimeshukua tu hapo manzi, watu wa KTN wamenizunguka. Hata tusijui. Eriko Monde amenipandisha stage, ameniambia I'm the best artist, the best upcoming artist. Bro nimechanganyikiwa, my family, I was with my sister, my manager, na cousin yangu, he was number 3. Cousin yangu pia alishinda. KI's official. Family yetu ni wasanii tu.
Very nice.
Bro was like nakaa hivi chini nashangaa tu man. Nimeitwa nimeshikiliwa check manze. Nashangaa like oh my god. This just a freestyle nilichukua tu man. Ara sikuwa nini nikashangaa tu kidogo calligraph amerepost. Kidogo
so good.
Nikaona Eriko Monde ameniambia kitu watu wameipenda. Wewe ni mnoma kijana, wewe ni mnoma. I was like appreciate, it was just a freestyle bro, like sikuwa naamini. So ikaka they approached me, wakanituma everything. Manze nikapanda stage nikaperform the song. My family was my mom was so happy.
Very nice.
Yeah, my mom, shout out to my mom, yuko Kenya. She was so happy, alini video call akaniambia I'm proud of you my son. Like literally kushinda watu wote manze si mchezo.
That's so good.
So I was so niliona ni miujiza bro. Sasa nakwambia vitu zingine zi happen kwa life yako kwa zile za hii ni easy man. The same thing.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I can say.
Hey manze, cheers for that and congrats for that.
Man,
you're going places. So unajua hapa ni let's talk more music, okay? So ili tuko na the king, my DJ, we are ready for the third track. Run the thing. Yes sir.
Yeah manze, hii rap manze ni kuhusu maisha yangu jo. Manze kama unaweza sikia hiki tutarelate maisha ya KINGXIDE. Skiza. I didn't fake anything. Skiza. Listen. Yourself turn me up. My life imekuwa kama jani, kani imekubosa mahani. We used to play prikicho kwa jirani, nikinyimwa food nilificha masahani. Nairobi bila janta unaweza dedi, heri kuwe blogger ama pedi. Ukicheza mbaya kuna ukedi, streets ni kungori youth man wana dedi. Nilisoma high school for 6 years, for 8 years bila mkoro nilidrip tears. Nightmares in my dreams, I could see fear. All I did was to pray on the next year. Daddy had to travel on the same year. Told me he will back after 4 years. 4 years turned out to be more years. I became confused, it was obvious. I had to wash shoes, ndo nipate fare. Oh my God, nani ningetegemea? Hii life itabidi umenyenyekea. Usare hizo stories za kuteketea. Ina udhi wakirequest uba mimi nilidandia nduthi. How to fake my life ndo nikae kama cool kid. Picha ni za shoot tukifloss na makuki. Cheki, si tuko na wifi. Buda niliwachocha sema why sikutaka shame. Cheki my guy, chini ya maji nilitumembi sema why cheki, na staki chuki bro. Na karap ni hatia nite criminal. Mziki kwangu janta mina saka do. Na womeshinda home ukijaza cho. My dream car, Audi. My big bro, Daudi. My haters, na waudhi. Some of them my ex itarudi. I had to block the girl on my dreams. She didn't care about me, she just made me weak. Kusimp kwa DM ilifanya mini think, why should I fight for a girl ataki this, ataki this? I was so pissed, sikuwa na option. I just blocked delete, looking for the one for my life, the one to make a wife. Staki story mingi nilisare my advice, time ni tricky. Wana saka fame, mina saka mula nikitry wajua my name. Nimekapitia, hii machozi ni ya pain. This a true story, hadi siku interchange. Hadi siku itachange. Hadi siku itapay.
What you say? Hey.
Yeah.
Ati nini?
Yeah.
Wow. Such a moving track, man.
Yo.
Shout out, okay? Just in case you're joining us, welcome back. This is Talanta MKU na tuko na KINGXIDE ndani ya mjengo, okay?
Yeah, you
make sure
already know.
platform zote KINGXIDE, all right?
KINGXIDE Official.
Fuata msanii KINGXIDE Official. Enda pale YouTube on all DSPs, digital streaming platforms, okay? Stream muziki yake. Msupport manzewe. Amekelea kazi, okay? Pia mnaona vile amejituma manzewe. Wins pon wins, effort pon effort, support pon support. Mbona usimsupport? Chukua simu enda pale YouTube, subscribe. Sikiza muziki yake mpya inaitwa Sokatoa. Na hiyo ilikuwa natoka for me, inaitwaje? The song that we just performed.
Inaitwa My Life.
My Life, yeah.
It's one of my stories. Inanipeanga PTSD nikiperform.
Yes sir.
Because it's just true things nimerap hapo. Yeah.
All right. So nataka sasa I give you time to perform your songs, right? All right. Unataka kuperform ngoma gani ili dizia kuna jipanga venye zinafaa kuflow?
I think I wanna perform a song inaitwa Mimi Si Wewe. Soka DJ kuna ngoma fulani hapo inaitwa Mimi Si Wewe, you gotta play it.
Mimi Si Wewe nataka u play like 2 songs back to back. Yeah.
Okay, Mimi Si Wewe. Na Oh my god. I think anaweza nikia track ingine. Yeah, okay. Nyatasikia tu cause all of my songs man ziko tu na message.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my DJ, get ready, 2 songs back to back, all right?
Yeah.
Tusikize the vibe ya msanii.
Kweli.
Before we go on that musical break, KINGXIDE, okay? Mimi nataka kujua apart from the OG and apart from BN, ni msanii mgani unaweza pea remix kwa this new track yako? Sokatoa. Ni mgani unaweza pea remix? Najua obvious OG ndio atakuwa one. Na CBN msanii mwingine. Nani unaweza pea remix?
My best yangu mbaya sana. Naweza patia Trio Mio. Like cause naona vijana support cause like kina OG ni wako ile era yenye it's big. So like maybe artist naweza pea remix hapo ni Trio Mio, one of my best friends. Hapo tunaongeanga na ma 1-2. So I think ama pia Deko. Yeah, shout out to
Deko, friend of the show, man. Pia yanakelea kazi, pia atakuwa hapa very very soon. Watch out for this, yeah. Okay, so me hello man, nikupe time, you perform and then when you come back nitakuwa narudi hivi kurap show. Najua manzi tunaweza bonga. I love you on a podcast very soon, all right? Tubonge lakini leo ni performance, right? Najua uko na story mingi, you have many things to catch up. Lakini leo it's about you and your music, right?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, so right about now we're going that musical break to Kiona, the king himself, okay? The young OG KINGXIDE performing for you. 2 tracks in a row.
KINGXIDE, bro.
DJ, run the tune.
the young OG. Yeah. Kwa marapa manze, nataka msikie rap. Cheki. Skiza. Mimi si wewe, na wewe si mimi. Mimi si wewe, na wewe si mimi. Mimi si wewe, na wewe si mimi. Mimi si wewe, na wewe si mimi si wewe, na wewe si mimi. Venye na flow nikana fuata dini, wezi nipata kama niko chini. Jugona alifanya manzeni amini, cause kama ni yako. Big dreams kaza flako, mindset ni ya nyako. Na kauna hate kula vako. Social media itafanya kuna pressure, na pressure italeta pia pressure. Nowadays nilisare kuna pressure mingi inaleta extra pressure. Mdagi niko mos, kwa studio ni mimi na Chrome DOS. Jili ni strong ka roadblocks, tumeokoka we don't joke. Mdagi niko mos, kwa studio ni mimi na Chrome DOS. Jili ni strong ka roadblocks, tumeokoka we don't joke. Oya gade, God atabaki fadhe, na sisi wase tabidi tusare madre. Oya gade, God atabaki fadhe, na sisi wase itabidi tusare madre. Yeah, neza change flow, neza rap fast, neza rap slow, neza fanya hama rapa wana come slow na wakanso. Na marap flow bila jasho, kwa like na kuhustle. Rap imedonjo medunda, kwa kicho blangata mediula. Hii rap italeta kanyumba, na changa hip hop na rumba. Rap imedonjo medunda, kwa kicho blangata mediula. Hii rap italeta kanyumba, na changa hip hop na rumba. Cause kama ni yako. Big dreams kaza flako, mindset ni ya nyako. Na kauna hate kula vako. Mimi si wewe, na wewe si mimi. Mimi si wewe, na wewe si mimi. Mimi si wewe, na wewe si mimi. Yeah, skiza. Hiki tunifanya na passion, nijenge madhaka mansion. IG niweke ka caption, dream ni kuenda commercial. Nafanya yuto wakoke, KINGXIDE niko loaded. CD sio dote, bila God niyo kotwe. Kila Sunday niko church, nikisoma Bible bila rush. Wezi kunipata na mashash, kani God ninakuja very fast. Ndani niko mos, kwa studio ni mimi na Chrome DOS. Jili ni strong ka roadblocks, tumeokoka we don't joke. Rap imedonjo medunda, kwa kicho blangata mediula. Hii rap italeta kanyumba, na changa hip hop na rumba. Neza change flow, neza rap fast, neza rap slow, neza fanya hama rapa wana come slow na wacancel. Na marap flow bila jasho, kila kitu kwa gutizi na kuhustle. Na wewe si mimi, mimi si wewe, na wewe si mimi. Mimi si wewe, na wewe si mimi.
What you say?
Mimi si wewe, na wewe si mimi.
Mimi si wewe, wewe si mimi. Come on.
Mimi si wewe,
wewe si mimi. Come on. Mimi si wewe, wewe si mimi. Yo, that KINGXIDE, okay, in the building for you tonight. In case you're joining us, make sure umeenda pale YouTube na follow Muzuka, okay? Ready for the next one, KINGXIDE?
Nice one, DJ.
Yeah, turn it up.
Nice one. This is one of my best songs. Naitwa Mbona Wezi Slide.
Yeah.
Mbona Wezi Slide, ukimsikiza tu kwa mic. Yeah, guys. Okay. Mbona Wezi. Sijali, nenda kuanza. Sawa. And you can continue subscribing to my channel as you're performing. Manze, shout out to the support. Nimeshukuru everything manze. Yeah.
Umesikia vile nikali? Manze. Pia umesikia? Kali sana.
That KINGXIDE for you tonight. Talanta MKU with it. Yo, let's go.
Yeah. They call me KINGXIDE, bro.
Turn it up.
The young OG.
Jackie. What you say?
Bona Wezi Slide, Bona Wezi Slide, Bona Wezi Slide, ukimsikiza tu kwa mic. Bona Wezi Slide, Bona Wezi Slide, Bona Wezi Slide, ukimsikiza tu kwa mic. Yeah, I told you niggas I'm the best. Leta unangori basi sikuje kunitest. Riswa, bongo clat, wow, jui niko blessed. Top plug very fine, wezi pata niko stress. Kani rap, buda boss mi messiah. Hama rap wengine wana force ndawa haya. Uwa si ban, but I'm hot like I'm fire. Wapi competition, but I done wanna guaya. Down tukikatika, unaweza vunjika. Kata hiyo phone, hapa ndani zinalipuka. KINGXIDE bro, kauni jui weni gunia. I'm the only rapper nimeshikilia dunia. Yeah, pass me the mic. I'm the rapper you can never wanna like. Feed the girl them, me not the cartel. Me for your them, I don't kiss and tell. Kila kitu nikirap, wanabaki wakiclap, wanacheki tu kwa map, wanadai kunitrap. Wezi kunipata bro, kani kolabo mi nataka tu ya Papa John's. Buda niko high, saji nimevuta ngwai. All the rappers wanna die, kunipeleka Dubai. Buda mi fly, na saji najidai. I can never die, mi ni rapper while I check it. Who they, I'm a beast. You gotta notice me cause I will never miss. This industry bloggers wanna get over my piece. I'm the best mother rapper you can never wanna diss. Pedigree, rap is my destiny. Pull up with a Hennessy, punguza jealousy, kufana leprosy, akenani fantasy, staki iso heresy. Akunaga ebony, cheki bona wezi slide, bona wezi slide, bona wezi slide. Ukinskiza tu kwa mic, bona wezi slide, bona wezi slide, bona wezi slide. Ukinskiza tu kwa mic, cheki bona wezi slide, bona wezi slide, bona wezi slide. Ukinskiza tu kwa mic, bona wezi slide, bona wezi slide. Cheki, skiza, cheki, yeah, I can rewind this beat. Oh my God, weki repeat. I'm a rapper wote Joe wamebeat tu. Mimi number one basi wezi kunifeat. Narcos, better follow me sivako. Kenya Tanzania Buda nitafika Bangkok. And I know nitafika mpaka Congo. Big shout out to my girl best steady abako. Yeah, I told you niggas I'm the best. Nakona ngori basi sikuje kunitest. Bombo class, wow chui niko blessed. Top plug very fine, wezi pata niko stress. Buddha boss me messiah. Hama rap wengine wana foster wa haya. Huwa si band but I'm hot like I'm fire. Wapi competition but I done
what you say, come on.
Bona wezi slide, bona wezi slide, bona wezi slide. Ukinskiza
what you say,
bona wezi slide, bona wezi slide, bona wezi slide. Ukinskiza tu kwa ma. Bona wezi slide, bona wezi slide, bona wezi slide. Ukinskiza tu kwa ma. Bona wezi slide, bona wezi slide, bona wezi slide.
Come on.
I represent KE, motherfucker.
What you say?
They call me KINGXIDE, bro. Hashtag they are OG. Yeah, yeah. Big shout out to South on the truck, bro.
Yo.
Yeah. Boom, boom.
You already know the young.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Vile nafaa.
Man.
Yeah.
The young OG in the building. Just in case you're joining us, my good name is Mr. Addison, okay? Na nikona mzee mzima, yani the king himself, KINGXIDE, the young
KINGXIDE, bro. Hashtag the
OG.
Siku zote kama kawa.
Ushajua yani nakwambia leo ni mzuka yani ni ajabu, okay? Alafu nawakumbusha tu, just in case you're joining us, right? This Atlanta MKU. Na the king akona ngoma mpya inaitwa Soka Toa, okay? Hiyo ndo ngoma amekuja kupusha pa kwa shughuli. Senda pale YouTube, Soka Toa, okay? YouTube jina ni KINGXIDE, right?
Yeah. KINGXIDE with an X. KINGXIDE.
KINGXIDE. Okay.
KINGXIDE.
Ushaelewa eh?
Kweli.
Pia platform hizo zingine ni KINGXIDE Official.
Spotify, Boomplay, Audiomack, Apple Music, Amazon, all streaming platforms, manze. I go by the name KINGXIDE, KINGXIDE.
Okay.
Official. Yeah.
Show some love, man. The boy is in the building. The big man is in the building. Unashaelewa. Manzi ashapewa support na pia the big boys, okay? Ojivu na pia memtambua yani, ushaelewa. Yani ushajua. Sasa hata kutompe support manzi. Hiyo ni nini sasa? Hiyo ni nini sasa? Hiyo ni nini? Give him his flowers right now wako hapa, sawa eh? Ili sifiketi masa fulani wanasema sijui nini. Mshaelewa, quality top notch, okay? Professional,
international,
local nini, mabazi nini. Wewe talanta nini?
Vitu ni
no excuse. Support till the end, okay? So KINGXIDE, before tumalizie unajua nataka kukuacha. Leo ni siku yako yani, eh? Siku ya kubonga itakaa. I'll put you on a pod. Tupige story yani, tujue more things about you. Najua tu kuna maswali mingi, hata zile maswali yetu walikuwa wamenitumia nikuulize, zingine bado hatutamaliza. Masani mbaya. Lakini leo lazima watu wa experience, right? Kwa hivyo unajua they keep on asking you back on the show.
Thank you so much.
So lazima tuwape time like you were entertain.
Yeah.
So kuna shughuli zina come up, maybe to expect album, maybe collaboration fulani pale na OG. Unajua kidogo tunaweza nusia kitu ama hiyo ni tutulie.
So ni exclusive, but what I can just say, guys, manzi, kwanza kitu ya kwanza, thank you for the love and support. Mnani show love mingi hadi nakaa hivi chini naangalia juu najiuliza kwani naota bro. So projects ziko kadhaa.
Yes sir.
As a artist, project hazishangi.
Hazishangi.
Cause it's work. So I have a lot of things planning, good collaborations, and you know good things take time. Kama hiso katoa, like the audio itself ilichukua 5 months ndo ni release. The video ikachukua 2 months.
Imagine.
So it's a project that nimekuwa nikishughulikia for 8 months.
Wow.
To gather everything, TikTok challenges, kutafuta grapher, everything. So good things take time. Na mkiangalia like that song, it's one of the best videos out of my all videos because nili notice invest on your craft manzi, usiogope. Kama ni kitu yako na unaipenda, make sure you do the best. Yani design yenye msaki unanasema hey, uboy na amefanya kitu
mbaya.
Yeah, and I just want to say thank you. Na projects ziko mingi.
All right.
Yeah.
We also say thank you, man, for the good music.
Thank you so
much.
For
the effort, man. Wale wase for the I don't like to call them upcoming artists, right? Napenda kuwaita uprising stars. For the uprising stars outside, man. Mshaona yani. Alianza hapo, alikuwa hapo a few months. Right now, is a big deal. You can as well make it, okay? Patience, okay? Showing up. Hakuna kulalisha. Unaelewa eh? Hakuna kulalisha, showing up every day. And pia sana I think kitu nime stand up kwangu ni professionalism, structures, kuwa na structure na the right circle around you.
Yeah.
Unasikia mabeshte wake ni wana mchanu, hey, my big boy, hope on this challenge, okay?
Kweli.
Unaelewa farm so close na farm yake. Unaelewa sako yake ni kadogo, tunasikia manager beshte yangu madhe. Hivyo tu just story mingi kama msanii bana, acha kiburi sawa maintain, right?
Yeah, true.
So Kingside manze, thank you manze for passing through.
Thank you
the
so
show
much.
Anytime any day hapa ni home. Ukiwa na mzuka una pull up anytime any day. One phone call una come through. Kisha kuja hapa unakuanga familia. Tuna push muziki, tuna grow pamoja one time. Okay manze, so mshaona show some love, show some support. So one thing nataka kumaliza nayo, nataka you play one song. Alafu mafans wamesema lazima umalize na soka toa.
Yeah, lazima. Okay. Fans vile mnataka. Nyinyi ndo mabosi wangu.
Right? Due to public demand, okay? Atamaliza nayo. So manze, I don't take it for granted when umekuwa locked in. Tumekuwa pale na Ayeta na Naomi, amekuwa pale na Advocate Madam Flo, manze, shout out for coming through. Najua umesoma vitu mob. Alafu pia sisi tumekuwa hapa, mimi naitwa Mr. Addison, I'm the advocate of pure niceness na nimekuwa na the young OG Kingside, okay? Make sure you on all platforms. Na pia mimi unaweza ni follow on all my socials, Mr._Addison. Pia mimi show me some love bwana, okay? Alafu pia kutu watch pia we don't take it for granted from 6:40 in the PUM till now. I think it's 30 minutes past 9 in the PUM. Manze, we don't take it for granted. We do appreciate. Na pia kuna gang yangu yani wenye na making this possible, right? Unajua mimi ili mnione hapo si tu mimi peke yangu We got a whole crew in the building, from the director, watu wangu wa sauti pale, watu wangu wa graphics, watu wangu wa editing, watu wangu wa lighting, watu wangu pale wakaminjuzi, yani mshaelewa Manze, shukran sana watu wangu wa stage pale ku make sure everything iko sawa, watu wangu wa marketing kupush ma vitu zetu pale, tunasema asante sana. Na sidhani kama kuna mtu nimesahau. Siwezi wataja wote, wanakuanga wase kama that. Na pia tunawaambianga au si ati ni professionals they are students learning. So manzi, take that time, hit that subscription button na pia ring that bell, okay? Juu hii platform ndio inatumika to elevate thousands of talents, not just in MKU but across the world, okay? So ukiona hii, whatever time you watch, wherever you're watching from, right, make sure you subscribe na pia share the link. I think my time imefika mimi niondoke. Make sure moja naweza waambia nikisonga hivyo weekend yani manzi, don't fall in love live in love. Alafu pia mkiparambile tu huko yani kumbuka your love is alone where he is, okay? All she is, if you know you know. Don't overthink. Zero pressure. Till next Friday, same time, same place. Na muacha hapa na the young OG Kingside. Make sure to stream muziki yake po inaitwa Soka Toa. Till next time, cheers, adios, good night.
Wow,
my DJ, turn it up.
Yeah. Kwa marapa manze. It's pure rap. Pure talent. Yeah. Boom. Day by day I get troubles. I can't believe I got rivals. They got the beef, I got the knuckles. Leo si wafichi nimekuja na majambos. Day by day I get troubles. I can't believe I got rivals. They got the beef, I got the knuckles. Leo si wafichi nimekuja na majambos. In this rap I am the boss, and no one can out oppose. If you wanna get on top of my dose, nigga, shot me respect, give me round over blows. I've been to party, digging my hoes, yeah. Looking for money, you know me, grilling the flows, yeah. I can imagine you got me when I show off with the money. You can get in my honey, me know me dose. I was born and my mama named me King. She told me rap is my thing. Nikki Bonda mini pin, that was thing. After all, I'm the rapper you can never wanna cling, yeah. You call yourself my hater, my rap is your ringtone. What the lecture? What you gonna do? And you know you better sit down, bro, and write a letter. I'ma make my paper and I see where's it at. Just like an interpreter and alone a bell track. Can you be my mentor? I'm in the center, will be my agenda, and yeah, agenda. I talk less but I have to hear more. Nikichiki venye nitapata hiyo do. Kasi mimi ni nani anasema no. God on my side don't like you didn't know. Let me tell you one thing about this life. Avoid boogie manze utadai. Mini victim affected. Sezi lie nilibaki nikisema lam. Do the lie ni mahama giduraini. Natema hizi mstari kama nimevuta ngwa. Sete venye najidai nikinga kona malai. Nazipanga kunukuka kama rapo najidai. Sisi die niko high. I'm the rapper still alive. But unichukie buda wezi fanya mini die. All the shrubs wanaweza kunitoka miu high. Nitafanya this trap all the days of my life. Day by day I get troubles. I can't believe I got rivals. They got the beef, I got the knuckles. Leo si wafichi nimekuja na majambos. Day by day I get troubles. I can't believe I got rivals. They got the beef, I got the knuckles. Leo si wafichi nimekuja na majambos. Nimerudi hini round 2. Nimepiga tizi hadi line na zifutu. I'm the only rapper nikivibe una vibe through. I don't wanna brag ini mbuki to your high school. Young Boy magazine is my right man. J-Train Macavella I'm a Jamian. Kelvo, John Tess, Manny Era, Prince Suarez, Paul J, my nigga Alpha, Leon Delvini and Manuva. Kiki Pepperson with the Pino. How do mamuro tulitesa na uchuo. Ka unangori baskizi hizi wrist. Mujinga crazy. Unimuro wangu tumefanya AB. Tukachukiana but tukapatana lately. Saa tunaroga utatani si mapedi. Nimemedi. I'm a champion mazeni pay your title. Ukitaka proof na kupeleka na rada. Marapa wanadai ati kingana wa mada. Na mada hizi lines ka priest wa ibada. Na bado mindo msani. Rap trace utatani mini kali na flex hizi beats. Kwani una mini nani. Mistari moto moto utadhani fanya madhi. Kiplani sitani na dhani uwani. Silali na saka yomani. Aki ya nani na mini jalali. Na siati ni fani kijana hodari na tema mistari. Day by day I get troubles. I can't believe I got rivals. They got the beef, I got the knuckles. Leo si wafichi nimekuja na majambos. Day by day I get troubles. I can't believe I got rivals. They got the beef, I got the knuckles. Leo si wafichi nimekuja na majambos. Yeah, I go by the name KINGXIDE, bro. KINGXIDE. Yeah. Manze, DJ pull up and ngoma tena. This is Sokatoa, manze. We're closing. The song is out right now, manze. Continue streaming. Yeah, DJ, nipe ngoma sasa. Yeah. It's KINGXIDE, bro. The young OG. Checky. Kama rap ni math, mina Sokatoa. Nina flow overseas kama Akianoa. Mistari kali zina bamba wapoa. Bas ni moto zinatoa hadi kuku manyoa. Misi iPhone so siwezi weka siri. Zero gravity sambona cheze chini. I'm too hot kushinda pilipili. Ukileta ufala utakula mbili. Cheki kama diaso na waguza. Master Shifu kwa PS wakidai loser. Siezi roll na X jusina muda. Certified hama rapa wananita buda. Cheki koma sava sema sava bien. Nina shine kakipara ya bien. To my haters, mi niko BA. Kama uko na ngori basi nkute kwa DM. Kwa hii rap mi ndo master. Mikasa sukasa, mongo iko juu kwa kichwa kona rasta. Mi ni mob hama rapa ni madasta. Wapikolo blue ni muoneshe mi ndo cluster. Kama flu, I'm too contagious. Niko na aura, si hilarious. Babyface, sichai kuwa serious. Natingisha hii kichwa kama Mandy Fantagious. Rap bila king inabo. Alteration repetition mi natumia syllable. Nachanganya ndimi nikanafuata dini. Sit back relax itabidi ukae chini yo. Cheki to KINGXIDE OG. Na subscribe to my channel ndo nikupatie feature. Wezi kuwa fan unadai kunitisha. Bina good boy wezi mzizanya mazisha. Ukizima na wakisha. Na bado na watisha. Munga fala utapita kwa dirisha. Weni kama nguo na kuna kubadilisha. Misi Khalid lakini nitakatrisha. Visa unatumia voodoo mimi ujiza. Uliza Jesus is my father na kuficha. KINGXIDE wanataka picha. Rap tu ni math mina Sokatoa. Nina flow overseas kama Akianoa. Chiki mistari kali zina bamba wapoa. Bas ni moto zinatoa hadi kuku manyoa. Misi iPhone so siwezi weka siri. Zero gravity sambona cheze chini. I'm too hot kushinda pilipili. Ukileta ufala utakula mbili. Yeah, it's KINGXIDE, bro. The young OG, check it. kama rap tu ni math mimi naisoka toa. Nina flow overseas kama Akianoa. Mistari kali zinabamba wapoa, basi ni moto zinatoa hadi kuku manyoa. Misi iPhone so siwezi weka siri, zero gravity sambona ncheze chini. I'm too hot kushinda pilipili, ukileta fala utakula pilipili.